You know, shoot to the flex representing for Street Vibes.
Like, share, and subscribe. This is Benita, the baddest. Be careful who you choose, your friend. No for them a come, but them a false pretender. Nothing na go on, you know, to see them. Them only come around in a giant splendor. Street Vibes. I'm out.
Oh gosh, you know some Mikey Bush, the balance boss, the star youth, I represent the street vibes.
You don't know.
I'm street vibes, the girl them see you full of vibes. The girl them see you never dead, you always alive. That's why I say, long weekend when them a drink liquor. Street vibes a work hard, cause him want get richer. Money for your flow and them count like river. So every Friday in bank account ticker. Like on the say he want money tick, yeah. Like on the say he want money tick. He no still like Messi, balling don't kick. So him have to drive hard for it. Street vibes love the driving. That's why him go work and go ahead. Star youth, that's a big up street vibes. The girl them say ever stay alive.
Yeah, and they look like rice.
Vibes.
You don't know.
Street vibes, the girl them say you're full of vibes. The girl them say you're never dead, you're always alive. That's why I say, long weekend.
True friend will never lead you astray. Your true friend now go pretend. True friend, even when times hard, them stick with you straight to the end. True friend will never let you down. Your true friend now take you for no clown. True friend, respect goes out to our true friend. True friend. Yeah, I was chosen. I represent for Street Vibes and Friend on Facebook and YouTube. That's where the things happening. Please follow, subscribe, comment, and like. Cause yo, you see Street Vibes and Friend, me I tell you say yo, yes the real thing, the real vibes. You know what I mean? Ras chosen, real class, real boss. I endorse that one, yeah. To the fullest, you know?
You know this here Charlie Crystal, aka Love Chris. Me I say, I want them want to dub them man. Check Yankee man. Yankee bless man. Real youth man. You see me I say? I know it's late. I know you weary. I know you're blinded. My son is a killing sound. And I want you to understand. Check Yankee Bless, man. All the dubs.
Yankee Bless dub plate session with various artists such as Harry Tadler, Lico Kirk, Angel Dolas, Frankie Sly, Dan Mafia, Quick Cook, Ross Chosen, Terror Fabulous, Ashai Walker, Raga Rugi, aka Uncle Chris Howell, Shiano.
Price Right Transport and Tours. 5-star Montego Bay, Jamaica. Price Right Transport and Tours, owned by Nyan Beladeka. That's the driver. Type of vehicle is a Voxy 8-seater Toyota. Private charters, that's what they do. Hotel station, Somerset Beach, Parish, St. James. Yeah, and his contact details is 1-876-529-2131. That's 1-876-529-2131. And he has got 18 years of experience. Service offer, your transportation concert. Book it and enjoy it. Shuttle service to the club, restaurant, shopping, work, home, reservation for tours, airport pickup, and more. Transportation features airbag, automatic doors, DVD player, reverse sensing system. Yeah, so people, you're safe. Transportation rules: clothes must be dry, never share a seatbelt. A seatbelt must be worn during every car trip. One seatbelt per passengers. And he offer 1 day minimum trip, 3 day maximum trip. And people, here we have somebody here giving a review. The process of booking was smooth and easy. The owner really understood what my need was and immediately catered to my transportation need. I will definitely book again. Big up. Yeah man. So, once again people, we are repping here for Price Right Transport. Pleasant good night to each and every one. Hope everyone have a good week. Hope all is well. Welcome to another reason here with Street Vibes and Friends. Today is the 4th of October 2024, and we are here with another reason here. And our topic tonight that we are going to discuss is what, what, what's your thought on Isaac Buchanan running for Member of Parliament for East Portland? Yes, that is what we are going to discuss. Yes. And we have got one of our lovely guests inside the studio. Yeah, we have got a lovely guest inside the studio. So, give me a second. Let me just run one more advert. 1 second. 1 second, people. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Price Right. Price Right Transport and Tours. 5-star Montego Bay, Jamaica. Price Right Transport and Tours. Owned by Nyan Beladekov. That's the driver. Type of vehicle is a Voxy 8-seater Toyota. Private charters, that's what they do. Hotel station, Somerset Beach, Parish, St. James. Yeah, and his contact details is 1-876-529-2131. That's 1-876-529-2131. And he has got 18 years of experience. Service offer, your transportation concern. Book it and enjoy it. Shuttle service to the club, restaurant, shopping, work, home, reservation for tours, airport, pickup, and more. Transportation features airbag, automatic doors, DVD player, reverse sensing system. Yeah, so people, you're safe. Transportation rules: clothes must be dry, never share a seatbelt. A seatbelt must be worn during every car trip. One seatbelt per passengers. And he offer 1 day minimum trip, 3 day maximum trip. And people, here we have somebody here giving a review. The process of booking was smooth and easy. The owner really understood what my need was and immediately catered to my transportation need. I will definitely book again. Big up. Yeah, man. So, once again, people. Yes, the people. Blessings. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back with another discussion. Yeah. So we are going to be discussing tonight. Let's just start the show here until all our guests come on. Yeah. So we are going to be discussing tonight. What is your thoughts on Isaac Buchanan running for Member of Parliament for East Portland? And just in case people are wondering who we are talking about this man here. Yeah, the lawyer of the world boss. So basically, Isaac Buchanan officially will be going up against Action and which is the now Member of Parliament of East Portland. Right. Okay. So there's a controversy now in terms of Isaac Buchanan because Isaac Buchanan is convicted not once but twice, and is also a deportee. He's also a lawyer at the moment, and we know him now for the lawyer, the main lawyer that represented the world boss in getting the world boss free from prison. All right, so I've got something here that I want to read before we actually kick off the program, so we can have like a full understanding of what is going on. All right, so based on Isaac Buchanan coming to Port, Port Antonio, East Portland, to run for Member of Parliament against Anne-Marie Voss. The Jamaica Labour Party is criticizing the People's National Party for its decision to select attorney Isaac Buchanan as one of its candidates for the upcoming general election in the light of Isaac Buchanan's previous conviction. The PNP announced on Tuesday that Buchanan will be representing in the East Portland seat. In a media release on Wednesday, the JLP said in light of that decision, the PNP now has no moral authority to speak on matters concerning corruption, crime, or ethics. All right, so we'll go through some facts. We're gonna run through some facts. We're gonna run through some facts in the program. But before we do that, I want to say a special good night to Karen. Karen, good night. All right, so we are going to play a clip here of Isaac Buchanan speaking about his conviction. We are not here to tear him down. We are just here to speak of the controversy, what's going on, and we are here to speak about the facts. You know, not by me. I didn't just pull all this information out of thin air. So grab on a cup of tea before we start the discussion. We want to warm up as to what the conversation is about. Because a lot of people also have it a bit wrong that none of his conviction was in Jamaica, and that's not true. Right? All right. So here goes.
Because I feel like so many people have a negative experience and them think it that because in the name of not being seen as someone that can be rehabilitated. In your instance, it wasn't a rehabilitation.
So people, basically this clip is about Isaac Buchanan speaking about of his conviction. Right? So let's listen up.
It was actually you experienced a wrongful conviction.
I'm going to say that, yes.
Yes.
hmm
And why do you say it like that?
Why do I say it like that? Because that's what it was.
Yes.
Yes. That's exactly what it was.
Walk me through that.
So, first of all, I must say this. It's about 21 years now since that conviction. And so a lot of times, especially in the public space, and a lot of people have zero appreciation for it. They think that it is ISAT, I can say it because I'm proud of it, the over 40-year-old man that must have last year had a conviction, and because Jamaican society is so corrupted, some friend thing go on and you got the opportunity. That was not the case.
Yeah.
The journey was long.
Yeah.
I had an experience as a juvenile, and I'm emphasizing that, as a teenager with, I must commend my parents, the best of guidance.
Yeah.
I was not lacking and wanting of anything. And I was, the word is duped.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it, and found myself going through Norman Manley International Airport with drugs. What I thought to be money turned out to be drugs.
Someone asked you to carry some money.
Yes, right. Yeah. Questionable as to whether or not, let me not even go there, but let's just say it turned out to be drugs. Right. And the reality of that was a conviction.
Right.
After that experience as a juvenile, fine was paid by, the person who gave
asked
me
you to carry money.
Right, which at that time there was no investigation, nothing. They didn't do that. So that was significant for me because I was just a child.
Right.
By law. And what happened after that? I said, man, I have to change my life and get closer to God. And I'm at the university at the United Theological College.
Really?
My grades were amazing. Fast forward 3 years later from the event when I was 17, and I'm in the same airport, checked into a flight. This time I'm in the flight lands after being delayed. I walk into the airport, and when I clear immigration.
And 1 second, people. This part I me listen. And to be frank, I mean, I guess maybe he's not giving all the information. But to me, with this little information, Isaac, if you ever come straight and come forward and speak of your conviction, to me, just give the information. This to me right here so sound a little bit shaky. But here what people. Let's listen to this part of it.
And I'm going to customs. There is a guy who I'm told, he's in whatever situation, and I'm to call his mother. I do that, and I was told, hey, you can't do that. Fast forward, I was told that I'm responsible for the contents of his,
So I must say basically him see a guy in the airport and the guy maybe in some trouble and he should call the guy mother. Fast forward from that, then he become responsible for whatever the guy is carrying. I mean that need a little bit more explanation still, but anyway, I can go on this.
his bag. Um,
How is that enough to connect you to someone?
So here's what the technicalities is. I knew the guy, and the connecting factor was the conviction here in Jamaica.
Got you.
Unlike
All right, I'm gonna stop that, people. But to me, Isaac, that right there sound a little bit shaky. Trust me. All right, all right. My guess, just go and hold yourself in the studio. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. All right. So we are going now to have a little read on what the People's National Party is saying. All right. So the People's National Party stand firm on Isaac Buchanan candidacy across the JLP of hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. All right. The People's National Party said it strongly support candidacy of Attorney at Law Isaac Buchanan for the East Portland constituency in the upcoming general election. So right this so there and then we are know say boy here the People's National Party president, they stand by him and everything. So at the moment now, we are going to bring on stage here our wonderful, beautiful, my Facebook people. A long time we not see her, a long time we not hear her. Yeah, we are going to bring on stage here now, Miss Kizzy Perry in 3, 2, 1. She's on stage. Yes.
Good,
You know,
good
not see
night,
her
good
face.
night. Yes, no face, no case.
No fears, no fears. All right.
No face from near the
So,
vice, no, say the one and only. Good night, good night. It's actually, I'm so sleepy. So, you know, me, I do this
I
for my
know
friend. I may do this for my party.
100%.
I'm tired, but I'm here. Good night. Yeah,
Yes.
hear me
All right.
clearly, right?
100%. We are here clearly. The night young. We're supposed to have some more guests coming in, but they're not reach it. So me and you are here now, so we can kick off the reasoning. All right. So, Kizzy. All right. So,
You want me to,
what?
introduce myself properly?
Yes, of course, of
Because
course.
I've been on Facebook for years now, and I mean, maybe I have some new following or introduce myself. So I am Kizzy. I'm a resident, born and raised East Portlander or Portlander in general. I mean, outside of politics, when I know East and West different, one Portland.
One Portland.
And I am a supporter, member of the Jamaica Labour Party. Yeah,
Yes.
basically
Yeah.
that's it. So,
Basically, that's it.
and
Yeah.
let me
Somebody will
also
ever
say this.
speak.
Let me put this disclaimer out. My views expressed, the views that I'll be expressing tonight are solely mine. I do not work for the Jamaica Labour Party. I have never been paid to work in any capacity at all for the Jamaica Labour Party. So the views I share and the views I express here, they are solely mine. Thank you.
100%. Clearly understood. All right. So, both of us, Kizzy, both of us are from East Portland. I myself is from East Portland as well. And when you hear the news that Isaac Buchanan is coming to East Portland, Kizzy, I want to tell you something, Kizzy, first before we even go on to that. From the day when Shaka Fame put out his statement, I know something was going on, but I couldn't point my
Mm-hmm.
finger on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? And then I hear the news that Isaac Buchanan will be coming to East Portland to represent for the PNP party. And personally, I was sad. I'm just a speak of how I feel because we are the most safest parish in a Jamaica for years,
Yep.
yeah, and
Mhm.
representing us is a person that has been convicted. And a stranger? Why should the people of East Portland accept this? How you felt about it, Kizzy?
Well, being that I follow the politics like daily, it's not like I am somebody who, chip in and chip out. I am always current with what's happening. And um when I first heard the rumors that he would be the PNP's representative, I I don't know, I wasn't shocked or anything because I mean he has been out there for a while. And I wasn't even thinking of his convictions. I was just like, okay, so the whole Vibes Cartel factor. I think they want to use somebody who is popular. So when I somehow knew that Shaka Fame, aka Shaka Fame Colin Bell, aka yeah, but I knew he wouldn't make it to the ballot because I mean he could not secure a win as a councillor. How would he be able to secure a win as MP? It
As
was
MP.
impossible, and that would just not be good politics if the PNP are serious about playing ball. And of course, them obviously want to win, so them couldn't retain Shaka. Them have to send somebody else. But I know that the PNP has been having difficulty finding a candidate to run and to win against Mr. Vaz. And Mr. Vaz has been sitting in that seat in West Portland quite comfortably, you know. And then here comes
Mhm.
Mrs. Vaz, and they brought Damian Crawford during the by-election in 2019, who is the most popular PMP, like the most. I mean, if they want to use fame and popularity, them them not have a more popular politician on their side currently, other than Portia Simpson Miller, who is no longer active. So I kept wondering who would they bring because if truth be told, Mrs. Vaz's popularity and likability among Portlanders, even right now, maybe surpass Mr. Vaz's. People like her. A lot of people no openly express their like for Mr. Vaz. They might respect him and say, him is a good MP,
Mhm.
but the love that people express for Mrs. Vaz, Mr. Vaz not have that luxury. So they've been having it very hard to find someone to put to come and say, let me go and challenge Mrs. Vaz. The
And of
Vaz is
course,
our political.
Damian wouldn't come back, you think?
Damien left like Damien didn't even stick around. So they sent the gentleman, what's his name? The man who run 2020, what's his name? Purcell? I can't remember now. Honestly, I can't remember. And he didn't stick around either. And not that he did well against Miss Vaz. She beat him fair and square, right?
Mhm.
So the PNP have a uphill battle, and although they like to boast that Portland is our seat and traditionally PNP seat, but things has changed, and the 30 odd years of PNP reign it break, and the people who always thought that, oh, we wouldn't see different and we wouldn't get better, they see a change, and they see much better and a lot more improvement under the leadership of Michael Andrew Holness and of course our two MPs, Vaz and Vaz.
Vaz and Vaz.
Vaz in the
Okay.
west, Vaz in the east. So I wasn't thinking about Isaac's convictions. I mean, I I I have come to know how the PNP play, and
Mhm.
they don't play they play dirty politics. And this is not just because I am on the JLP side. It's just how they go to work. They play emotional politics. They play divisive politics. They play on the people's emotion and not necessarily on what they have done or what they have accomplished. So it's just a popularity contest. They're trying to play with the vases by sending Isaac. That is my opinion. I mean, sitting here, I don't even think Isaac will make it to the ballot. But PNP, they switch up and trying so much thing. You know, when you're so desperate and hungry for power, you just throwing anything out there. And so far, I think the backlash that they are facing over this Isaac thing, who knows? Politics, it can change within a second and a minute, and especially within the PNP.
All right. So when you speak of let's have a look at a video what the tour idea of what his first tour in East Portland is like. All right, here goes.
I'm Isat Buchanan, and I'm running for MP for Portland East.
Mr. Buchanan, is this the first time in the political landscape in terms of representational politics for you?
This is my first.
What is the feeling like?
I'm enjoying the moment so far, and I'm very grateful and honored that the people are welcoming me the way that I never expected.
Coming to East Portland, what is that easy decision for you?
It was an easy decision. I was called by the people.
What can they expect in terms of representation?
In terms of representation, they will not get disappointment. So they will expect somebody who will show up. They will expect somebody who will act. They will expect somebody who will listen. And they will expect somebody who will elevate. That is what I represent. Rehabilitation, elevation, and the possibilities are endless.
Parliamentary elections are constitutionally due next year. How confident are you at this time?
I'm always confident. I drown out the noise and I do. I'm somebody that do, so I don't just speak.
Chris? All right, thank you very much, sir.
All right, no problem.
Please like and share the live, people. Please like and share the live. I want to welcome everyone for being here. Bella the Calf, yeah, big up yourself. So Bella the Calf is asking Isaac convictions. What were the convictions? What did the Bar Association have to say about these so-called convictions? And he's saying also, only question we need to ask is whether the Constitution of Jamaica disqualify him from being in Parliament, because the Constitution is clear on that. If he is breaching constitutional boundaries, then we must remove him. All right.
Well, the PNP have more lawyers than the Bar Association as their members in Jamaica. The PNP have more lawyers as a part of their organization. So Bella the Calf might want to ask the PNP that question. They even need to steer that question to them. Ask them that. I don't know the laws, you know. I see some laws spreading around the place and what the act says and this and that. I don't quote law. I did not went to law school. So I personally can't go into that and what the Constitution says. I'm not a lawyer. I am just a concerned resident of the parish. And I am saying to myself, would I want my son to emulate and look up to Isat Buchanan as a role model? And I would say no. And it's not only because of the convictions, it's because of his behavior and how him carry himself in other in other situations. This is a person who sat on national TV and referred to Jamaicans as basically as monkeys. I
All
mean,
right, hold on 1 second, Kizzy. Hold on 1 second. You speak of that situation. So we are going to play that situation that you are talking about. So, people, here goes.
Welcome back to Primetime News and a special welcome to viewers on OneSpotMedia.com. Up first this evening, embattled attorney at law Isat Buchanan has apologized for his controversial comments made on a YouTube show about the director of public prosecution.
Oh no, sorry, wrong thing, wrong planes, people, wrong planes. Let me get that clip there because that was the wrong one. Here goes, people. Here goes. Hold on 1 second. All right, here goes.
I have to say this. You guys knew I was going to talk about it this morning, so you made sure that a doctor was in the house this morning. Because I want to know, why are some Jamaicans so worried about monkeypox when they already look a certain way? That's all I want to know. It's always the people.
Is this what you're saying,
People
Kizzy?
always
What
worried
you're
about
addressing?
pretty things.
yes.
Now
This I
here
think
comes
this was
monkeypox. You
he
want
was
to
a
respond or
host
should we move on?
on the morning
I think we should
show.
move on to the Festivus challenge. And I'm saying
Lost
some
his
of the
job over
spots
this
look like
remark.
acne and people walking around on them face bumpy like that. So fix it, Jesus, fix it.
All right, so that was that.
Even when Comrade Raymond Price, his fellow host, was trying to like say, subtly say, hey, leave that alone.
Yeah, leave it
He
alone. Yeah.
continued. You can play it again. Listen again. Play it again. Listen.
Okay, let me play it again. Here
Raymond
goes,
Price
people.
obviously knew that was not something that you say.
Here goes.
Listen, I have to say this. You guys knew I was going to talk about it this morning, so you made sure that a doctor was in the house this morning. Because I want to know, why are some Jamaicans so worried about monkeypox when they already look a certain way? That's all I want to know. It's always the people. You ever notice ugly people always worried about pretty things? Now here comes monkeypox. You want to respond or should we move on? I think we should move on to the Festivus challenge. And I'm saying some of the spots look like acne and people walking around on them face bumpy like that. So fix it, Jesus, fix it.
All right, so I could just take that off the screen. Yeah,
Fix it,
basically
Jesus.
that's what Kizzy is talking about. He had made an apology about that, and concerning the whole thing with the DPP, what he said, he has also made an apology about that outburst as well. All right,
Mm.
so let me speak. I do a little bit of digging on him, and people, we have to give him credit. I mean, we cannot say he's not a good lawyer. Personally, and this is my take, I cannot say that he's not a good lawyer. We have to give credit where credit is due, right? But I don't know what the constitution rules are, but for me, morality, I'm saying if a person is not able to join the police force, so we can say facts, we can say that he was convicted and drug charged twice. Yeah, we can say that he was deported. Yeah, we can say that he was deported, right? And I'm gonna play a clip to say that because I don't just want to say stuff and there is nothing to say about it. So listen to this clip here, people. All right, what
Me? Doesn't matter.
Your dad, when him say all of this, like big youth is him father, if you know, never know. But it's like even then and even now, like what's the conversation between you two? Like how is he supportive of you then and now?
Yeah, my father have to come up out for that allowance still because law, make no money in the country. A broke pocket life that so I have to go up on tour. You might watch it. You watch it this yo. No, really drive that yo. Big youth, I will put all him clothes and go up on tour and burn the money so we can beg him the money.
Okay.
And then him bring back some
Listen up,
suits
people.
for me,
Listen
so
up.
him say, yo, you can't look pop down, and him bring the nice shoes them and the thing for me. And
Sometimes I
teamwork,
really
man.
don't know when I'm joking.
That's
you know?
no, I'm serious. That's my dad. That's why I love my dad. He never gave up on me when everybody else did. Yeah. I came back to this country as a deportee, and people were treating me accordingly, but my father came back to this country as a deportee, and people were treating me accordingly, but my father.
All right. So we know that he came back. Okay, before we even go any further, let me just introduce our next guest. Our next guest is in the studio. Our next guest, we are going to bring him on stage, and we are going to bring our next guest here on stage. Our next guest is Dr. Lester Gale. In 3, 2, 1, he's on. Dr. Gale, you're on.
Blessings, man. Good night, all.
All right, let me just finish my statement and then Lester will hand over the conversation to you. So what I'm saying is, right? So we know that he's convicted twice. One was while he was in Jamaica and he was about 17 years old, and the other was from the US, right? And he was deported. All right. What may I say now is, right? One thing is you can't join the police force as a deportee, right? So to me, how are you going to run as a member of parliament, a sitting member of parliament? Number two, based on some digging, Isaac Buchanan was, I think he was nominated or he applied to be a justice of the peace. His application was approved. He start doing the training for it when he was being informed that basically he can't continue with it anymore because of his conviction, and he did not, based on what the article is saying, he did not tick that he had a previous conviction. And Iraqi police had informed the officials that he's not credible for the position of a justice of the peace. Now, for me, one of the things when me know when you have full out documents, you either go to a justice of the peace, a doctor, a JP, or a member of parliament. He's not eligible for a member of parliament, a police, or a JP. So how can we have this man come to represent the most peaceful parish in Jamaica? And that's my stance. So I would want somebody, I don't know, I would want somebody who is of the support of Isaac to come here and talk to us and tell us, why they support him. What is it? Why we should accept Isaac Buchanan in East Portland. So that's my take on it. Over to you, Lester.
Yeah,
What's your
man.
take? Yeah.
Yeah, what happened? For far too long in other country, we support the wrong things them and the wrong type of example them. We also try to look for some persons as some martyr for put up, right? We country already suffer from a high scale of violence, high scale of crime, high scale of illegalities, right? And it's like we country have we perpetually go in a direction of supporting criminals as much as Dodos is a labor right? When them that go down there for Dodos, brother, people come block the street. This man, again, this man is a criminal. The United States of America wanted this man. You understand me? And we other try use the people them where have some stain against them name, right? And try hold them up in some other light and some use some type of justification. There's so many people in our society that have a clean, good, upstanding character and record. And we can't pick on none of them.
All right. Hold on, Lester. Cut the point right. So Kizzy. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one thought of mine that out of everybody in a Portland, you are telling me that the PNP could not find somebody from Portland to represent Portland? They have to go for a total stranger. And people over YouTube land or Facebook land, somebody I've tried to reach out to so much people from the People's National Party or somebody that is, in supportive of Isaac, and nobody wants to come forward.
But that should tell you clearly. I mean, you just show a clip, right? And you saw people on the streets dressed in orange, putting up them face, and I say, Ray. And you can't tell me that there is not one of them to come and say, why were we out in the street supporting Isaac? Or why were we welcoming him? I basically went and I read the write-up, and the press release, the news release, and even Isaac himself in that clip that you played earlier, he said the people were calling for him. Then I want to ask Isaac, which people, who were where, who were calling for him, because the caretaker candidate was Colin Bell for for the entire time, and he then came out suddenly and say he's no longer the candidate. You have that clip? You have that clip? Street vibes?
Which one? Go ahead. Which one again?
With Shaka Fame, I say he's no longer the candidate.
I continue to speak. I will bring it up.
It is not so long ago. So it makes you wonder. Like the seat has not been vacant without a caretaker, where the people would be out and saying, so who are gonna represent for we or whatever. More than likely them have them internal stuff. I wouldn't know, I wouldn't be privy to that. But Isaac said the people have been calling for him. I never hear nobody. I'm online every day. I've never seen anybody, not no comrade, nobody, right, send Isaac to Portland. I don't know. It is just it's just weird to me. And I don't want to say the man a lie, because I don't know them internal things, but where them there, and they as Lester said, we have a society that is way too loving and friendly to crime and criminal acts. We're too forgiving and accepting. And this is why maybe we have such a high crime rate. Because you will do something and it is the worst thing, but maybe because you're likable, because you have charisma, because maybe who are your father, famous, maybe because you have money, or whatever kind of prejudice or favorability. I don't know which one to term it. People think say, oh, this person is qualified. No, apart from having educational qualities. In order to lead people, in order to be a representative of anybody, you must have some kind of moral value, integrity, and character. People don't look upon certain people and say, oh, them is a good role model just out of thing. You're a good role model when you are an upstanding citizen, when you live a sort of life that inspires and motivates. That's how me see it. I don't know, maybe my thinking warped. Something's wrong with me. But it just not make no sense to me.
Yeah,
Really.
it's just not adding up. It's just not
And then
adding up. It's just not adding up.
and then what is worse, I saw the PMP put out a press release and they are referring to saying, oh, the JLP did this in some years ago. The people them what them have mentioned, I in my lifetime I can't remember of them be, so you know how ancient ago that was. So if they have to dig that far to when life was different and in a different time, because we have to be honest and say every time life changes. So that would mean that there will be no growth politically, because if the PNP thought that the JLP had these type of questionable characters as representatives in the past, and and they thought that it was bad, obviously, or else they want to use it now as a measuring stick to put forward Isat. You know, that means there is no growth in the politics, especially on the PNP side. Especially on the PNP side. When we look at recently what happened with George Wright, right? George Wright, an elected member down by Westmoreland. Yeah. There is a video circulating allegedly that he had a physical altercation with a female who they say was his partner. Police call him in for questioning. Obviously, whatever evidence or whatever they were trying to put together, it was not enough to press any charges. So based on allegations, right, he was basically expelled from the party, had to be sitting in the parliament as an independent candidate, and there was no charges against him. And I remember after the whole incident, when Parliament went on a break and they were reconvening, George Wright was walking down Duke Street, and the PNP them curse him like a dog. Mark Golding and Dayton Campbell, them a say we don't want your son. Them a run him like him is. Them a run him man like him is not even a human being, because in their minds they are saying that he did something so terrible without any charges against the man. They demonize him and they demonize him. The Jamaica Labour Party had cast him aside basically, right? And now these same people who are pretending we are the epitome of morality and decency. We don't want an alleged female abuser walking even next to us, don't sit next to us, don't. And now they are presenting someone who not only had one mistake as a teenager. All right, chuck up the first charge. Say he was a teenager and he made a mistake. He named youth, because as a youth, yeah, we make mistakes because of life. But after that, it just so happened that Isaac is so salt. He's salt more than everybody else. He drink vinegar and he cut Jesus slippers and he shit in a church. Him of all the people land in America, and boom, out of the blue, somebody who he knows who indeed to make one phone call for, say a film, and he end up with a drug charge and sit in a prison and got deported. The court in America, now remember, you know, Street Vibes or Leicester, a lot of Jamaicans hold American standard as the standard of everything, you know. Oh, it couldn't happen in
And he spent a
America.
number of
This
years
couldn't, this
in
couldn't
prison in
happen in
America.
America. So that means to say everything that is done in America is thorough, it is properly done, and without a reason of a doubt, the judge sent him to prison, found him guilty. So him little story where I give, and I say, oh, me just unthought, I was duped and nonsense. Nobody not buying that.
Okay, so we
But the
find the video
hypocrisy,
cases of
the
Colin Bell.
hypocrisy, the hypocrisy of the PMP to be putting forward this man after they behave like that is just embarrassing.
All right, let me ask you two on a question. Let me play devil advocate here and ask two on a question. What if they would say that he has reformed? All right, you see the whole rehabilitation thought there, right?
Yeah.
Is nonsense, because you can't look on the 2% or the 10% we reform, right? And try hold them up as standard. We have a high what the word recidivism rate in Jamaica, where a person who commit a crime often end up back, right?
Yeah,
Committing that
repeat
crime or similar
offenders.
crimes, yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
3 or 4 times. You understand me? When you look on the amount, when you look on the type of persons who in prison or going to jail, are usually the same sort of person them keep on a commit crime. You understand me? Perfect case when the Klangsman case was going on, right? several members.
No, continue, Lester.
Yeah,
I just
several
want to,
members of the
and we have
clans.
got our next guest in the studio, and I want to introduce him. So I'm telling him, give me 1 second. Yeah.
Yeah, several members of the clansman was sent home by the judge, right? Remember that them depend in front of the court for murder, and they were sent home because there wasn't enough evidence against them. Before the trial finished, a 5 members of that clansman gang that were sent home were either caught again in the act of murder, commit a murder, or killed in the commissioning of a murder. Right? 5 of them were sent home, right? So we see that this rehabilitation thing, right, don't really work. And the argument is for the 1% or 2% is nonsense because it's not enough to hold up as a standard to the Jamaican youth, especially Jamaican young men, right? Because this I tell the young man them, you can go try illegal stuff. You understand me? And if you get catch, after you get catch and you come out, you understand me? Right? Just pretend like I do something good. Even pretend like I do something good. Right? I will hold up and get some praises and high position. No, we have to do better than that. Choose from the good people them. Right? We focus too much on the bad man them, focus on the good man them too.
All right. On that note, we have another guest inside the studio here, and we are going to bring on stage here Mr. Bella the Cuff, the Price Right Boss, Transport Manager, CEO. He'll be on stage in 3, 2, 1, and he's here. Good night.
What go on, my boss? Me
Good
know why
night.
you hype me up like the good doctor there, who is not a real doctor. I see that he's emulating some very questionable characters that keep taking on titles and things that don't really, Lester, why you don't be yourself? I'm modern time now, yeah.
This
What are
man
you?
come on
What are
TV.
you a
This man come
doctor
on
of?
TV. This man come on TV
What are you a doctor of?
with a $10 headphone.
Eh?
With a $10
All right.
headphone. Eh?
Government issued
So
All
yeah,
right.
use
So,
by
government, yeah,
by
use government property. Eh?
to discuss government
Outside,
business.
no,
No, no, no, no, no,
outside
no.
of work time.
No, this to
Eh?
discuss government business.
all
Yeah,
right. All right. So,
you know what,
Mr.
candidate? I'm a strong moral character.
So, Mr. Bella, let's get to the topic now. So we are discussing what are your thoughts on Isaac Buchanan running for Member of Parliament for East Poland?
First and foremost, let me say good evening to Kizzy. I don't know how she looks. I wish she would come on camera, but irrespective, good evening, miss. And thank you for responding to my comments in earlier. I appreciate the respect shown. Yeah. Unlike some other guests that are here, don't have no respect for nobody at all. I don't know what is wrong with them.
Good night, good night, good night, good evening.
Street,
Lester, it's not your time. You talk
Chris,
already. Stop nice.
Chris. I thought it was a
Lester,
safe
what on?
environment, Chris. The king said it was a safe
Yes, it's a safe
environment,
environment. Yeah.
right?
Go
So
ahead. Go ahead, Mr.
people
Bella.
gonna attack me.
So here we go on, Zine. All
Yeah.
right. So me I follow the conversation. What's this me hiding right now? A coffee me I drink street vibes. Coffee. Because me tired. Morning me I travel and me don't show you vibes on this morning. But anyways, that aside. Me
Yeah.
tell them with that shoot me that there. Whereas some me know say some people they have to get the next round of beating after the last week of discussion. You know. If we beat bad mind out of them people. Yeah man, looking at camera, you may attack. I call on him. So
Mr.
and
Bella the calf, get to the meat of the matter and stop flirting with Lester, please. I beg. This one me not come on camera because my
watch
facial
out go on.
expression they look cute.
Watch out go on. You hear Kizzy? Now talk to me about no meat and no matter. Call me there I eat. Don't do it.
Please stop the
Don't do it.
flirting.
Don't do it. Yeah
Stop the
man.
flirting.
Here I go on. Nothing wrong with little flirting. If I that you want go to. Make to me you never say me I flirt with you. Mm-hmm. But you want to talk about other
That's how I
things.
turn off my camera.
Oh.
Come, Bella. Come, Bella. Come, Bella. Come, Bella. We could get to the meat and the matter, the discussion.
All right.
Yeah.
So from the candidate one I talk about, see? All right.
Yeah.
I ask a question in the comments. I'm gonna ask it again. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
ask it. Because when I ask it, me go check something for myself. Now I read something for you, see? Members of Parliament, who are they? Any Commonwealth citizen, you hear it say? Not Jamaican, Commonwealth citizen, 21 years or older, who has been domiciled in Jamaica for the 12 months preceding any election, may become a member of the House of Representatives if elected. Among those who may not, operative words, may not become members of the legislature are members of the Defense Force, persons serving a foreign government, judges, it says serving a foreign government, All right. Judges of the Supreme Court, because that's one different conversation, but that will come. Or Court of Appeal, and persons holding or acting in public offices. No. Having read that, my thoughts on the matter are simply this. If there's nothing that disqualifies the man from running as a member of parliament, right? Because he's a law abiding person. Let me try to be anyways. You see me I say? Me respect rules and regulations. And if there are rules governing the way in which our political system operates, that I'm a first point at which me go either qualify you or disqualify you. You see me? Despite my own personal or subjective values or morals or ethical guidelines, my first point of qualification or disqualification is, are you eligible for the seat or position that you're seeking to go to? We see nothing in the Constitution that disqualifies this man. You see me? So is that a fault of his? No. So what we need to do as citizens is to press our politicians, right, to address the political framework that yes or no, if we believe that this man is ineligible, notice the terms I'm use, ineligible to become a political representative in our political system that is guided by a structure of rules, by virtue of the fact that we would have been given a political framework from the British. That's one different conversation, because over time we have over 60 plus years from which we could have changed enough of them things. And for whatever reason, our politics has not matured enough to change those rules. So what we are going to do as citizens, we end up having to take what we get because we have not been pressing politicians to change. That's one I think I'm talk about all the time. Me not cuss no politician for behave how them behave, right? Despite my personal things, because we allow them to do so. And we allow them, because when it comes down to the important framework that is our political system, it says to you, right? We, the citizens, are the ones to whom politicians answer. Just like you have an organization, who are the boss? We. Then call it the principal agent theory. See? What the principal and what the agent? We are the principal. Are we own the business? Are we own the estate? They are agents of us, representing us. So why we not ask them to change them things? We are caused with in our situation in which we can have these conversations where we believe that persons with a criminal past, yes or no, can be eligible to represent our political system or represent us in any political sense. See me? Me personally not have likings with certain people in terms of my feelings towards them. Whether my things morally or ethically, they align to my the things that I hold as important or high. But guess what? Enough of them fault. They only are taking advantage of a situation in which it allows them to do so. So that's my first bone of contention. So if there's nothing there to disqualify him, me not get into it. You see me I say? Me hear my friend Lester, my friend, I'm a quote putting out ear quotes because I'm a real virgin, My friend Lester speak to the issue, and it's a serious thing. I agree with him. Whether or not our politicians, our society, I should say, has been has given high importance to people with quote unquote criminal background. As a culture thing we're talking about now, culture theory. Culturally, we have created an environment that facilitates the celebration of, let me not use the word criminal, but I will use the word deviant, because we celebrate people who are anti-system, who present themselves to be anti-system. And that is also part of our colonial past. The people who fight the system and break away from it, we celebrate them as heroes. And so it would have come over into our political culture as well, where the people who we believe have yes or no, and I'm talk about that's why we hail enough of them people as heroes. All our national heroes, early national heroes, are people who did what? They were all
Oh,
criminals. Paul
criminal.
Bogle,
Okay.
don't it? The Sam Sharp, don't it? All them criminal, yeah. Bust and get convicted and hung because but who do we as a society hail as national heroes? Tell me now, Lester.
Uh,
But
no, me did
no,
expect this.
no. Stop. Now come with the expect there. The question, the only thing I can respond to
No,
is,
hold on, Bella. Hold on.
am I
Let's see. Hold
factual
on,
or
Bella.
not?
Make sure respond. Make sure respond, Bella. Make sure
Me did
respond.
no,
Go
me did
ahead.
totally expect this. Oh, heroes were criminals. Like, what a comparison. So you want to totally forget that Jamaica was in a different place and a different time. Like, slavery never exists. People never have to fight for them rights, and they were fighting against oppression
What
and the
different now?
system. What?
What different now?
Now we are a country, an independent country with laws.
There and we didn't have laws then.
What laws that oppress others because of race?
Oh,
It's a total different thing.
so yeah,
It's a
it's not.
it's a it's a it's a tot it's a total different platform. It's a
So
total different context.
we shift from a law that oppress people based on race and move to a set of laws that oppress people based on their street address now, and we're okay with that.
With street address.
Oh God.
Let me tell you something. You see, I don't like to have discussions with people who
Mm,
skip and jump around finding narratives when not
mm,
even relate
So
to the topic at hand.
how does it
The
not
topic,
relate?
how are you going to say, oh, we need the laws, um, and the framework, and
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica has done this and hasn't done that,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
then you're gonna use slavery, a
No.
time during
No.
slavery,
No. 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 No.
a time during oppression
Let me
of a
try talk.
people, of a race, to justify, oh, our heroes were criminals. Like, Bella,
Blessings,
come
Yankee. Bless.
come
All
better
right.
Please
me.
like and share the live.
All right. Me go. All right. All right. Answer your question. Answer your question before Lester come in. Answer your question. See, Kizzy. Firstly, one. Let me point it out. I was not comparing any slavery situation with today's situation. Critical thought. I was giving credence or props to Lester's narrative, right? That we have a culture in which we celebrate criminal behavior. And I was saying it is coming from a colonial past. It is not my personal opinion are the facts that know whether or not um um the society has evolved. Culture is not defined as something that exists in one space and then jump and exists now in different space. It travels over time. So values are transcended. So what people believe, practice, hold to be important, um, um, talk about being things that they value continue to be transferred through stories, through music, and so people say, "Oh, are them thing I will always see as important." No, thankfully, we are no longer under colonial rule, but have our people gone apart, gone beyond the idea of you see notice me use the word carefully. People who fight against the system, no, because they made them criminals, doesn't mean that we should consider them bad people. Me never said that. Notice me never said that. Me said they were fighting against the system, right? So we like to give that type of importance to people who are anti-system. No, me not tell us I is that anti-system because when I'm doing one different thing. What I'm saying is culturally, our people, that's like just like what Lester said, because if you never attack Lester, you can't attack me because same point I make. We do celebrate people
But I said, I don't know when you joined the conversation, but I said that as well earlier.
Yes.
I did say that we have a country and a culture that glorifies criminals. I
Yes.
said it.
So that's why so what I'm saying to you is it is not so in going along with what then you would have said earlier and what Lester said would have said earlier as well. What this means for Isaac Buchanan, Zane, Kizzy, want to listen to me carefully. What this means for Isaac Buchanan, based on what your guys are saying that he did, or what you would have pulled up earlier and said he's convicted of. What it means is that it does not disqualify him, right, formally from representing as a politician, right? Secondly, if it is that this saying that people are calling for him, then you guys should be able to admit that, well, maybe are the so-called bad boy persona make people like him. Me not know. I am not saying it should be, because that is a subjective value. Would I agree with it, yes or no? Right? But the
All right,
but the
left it right this up, Bella. Left it right this up. Let's
yeah.
bring in Lester. Yeah, Lester. Unmute your mic, yeah.
All right, Bella, me hear your point. Me hear your struggle over this one. You understand me?
No, me not struggle.
No,
You don't want
no,
to accept the facts. You can go
sir,
find it in every document. No, not do it.
sir,
Not do
sir.
it. Not do it.
Could I be allowed to
No,
make my point, sir?
not if you're going to go down the
No,
road
no,
of lack of critical thought. We're not going to
Mr.
encourage you. No.
Mr. Host, could you allow me to exercise my point?
If you want to
All right,
exercise
go
that,
ahead.
you
Let
All
me
right,
mute Bella. Let me mute Bella.
me mute
all right,
myself, man. Or yourself.
All right,
all right.
mute yourself then, Bella. Yeah.
No, no, my learned friend who graduated and attended and even teach at the University of the West Indies, Bella de Calf, right? I I I'm appalled. But guess what, Based on his lineage, based on his heritage, based on his family track, right?
Good evening.
I have no surprise that this man would would
Should me
would
come from
try to
Rasta? True Rasta, my people.
and that too, and that too. But it is I think it is something in the DNA of people who support the orange side of the political divide, right? Now, I'll carry the through history. One of our founding fathers, Norman Manley, right, saw it fit to prosecute Marcus Garvey. Remember, Marcus Garvey is a man we wanted persons of our ilk. You understand me? Right?
Yeah.
To be free, to be educated, to be uplifting citizens, to be equal, to be treated right. Right? And Marcus Garvey was speaking out against the system. And Norman Man left the PMP, one of the founding fathers of the PMP, prosecuted this man for treason against the Queen. You understand me? And you know who came to the rescue and bail Marcus Garvey? Right?
Tell us, Lester. Tell us.
The JLP. You understand me? A
Wow.
man named Ashanine, a lion named Ashanine, was a
Have
member
a
of parliament at
feedback.
the JLP.
You are lying.
Now, hold on a man, hold on a man. You had your turn, sir. You had your turn. Right? Now, when you look at the history, right,
We have a feedback.
of
Bella, let me just mute yourself, Bella. Let me see if I you. We have a feedback.
the cheap headphone, man. Right? Right.
Stop,
So
man. Get my
when you look
wife.
at the history of the People's National Party, right? It's like them choose sometime, right? Some of the worst people for uphold and put up, right, as representation. But not only that, right? Mark Golding, the current leader of the PMP, is hopping all about talking about the code of conduct. Now, the code of conduct document, right, is more of a moral declaration, a moral signature to the Jamaican people, right? Now, if you can remember, he must scrutinize Andrew and the JLP for not signing the code of conduct, right? Can remember, code of conduct.
Is that what I talk about still?
Hold
Man,
on, a man. Hold on, a man.
because kids is
No,
seven if you jump all over the place,
hold
So
on.
what we are talking about?
Allow me to fit. So if Mark Golding is so high upon a code of conduct, right? The conduct that Isat Buchanan has displayed so far, right? This man has told the DPP, right? She must go suck whatever. You understand me? This man has promoted Obia, right? This man has a criminal background, not once but twice for drug trafficking, right? And this man perpetually make erroneous, disrespectful statement on national TV and on social media, right? There's a young lady that was questioning certain things about him, and him tell the young girl what she forgot sell and what she forgot suck out. This is recent. This is just last week. A girl named Khalif Taffy. It's a public thing. These are so I'm saying his code of conduct, Isaac Buchanan, is not in line with somebody who you want to put up in representational politics. You understand me? So if you're gonna talk about the issues, we can put the issues square at hand. Not because the constitution don't pinpoint and say if you do this or do that, you're something there. We as a people have to say morally no, we don't want certain people in our parliament. Right? Because we have seen a trend in his conduct, we've seen a trend in his code of conduct that is not fit to be in leadership position. Right? And I'm very disappointed in a learned person like Bella, right? Wanted to use parts of the constitution as a scapegoat, right? For highlight in fellow comrade. And for now I land.
But a typical comrade behavior. I mean, just this week, Tuesday, Mark Golden tried to come to make up a note in the parliament asking, basically wanted to ask them to have a vote of no confidence in the prime minister, claiming that the prime minister lied to the Jamaican people regarding investigations against him. Yeah. So you say Mark Golden, who also lied to the Jamaican people when asked several times about your citizenship. So Mark Golden is a walking contradiction, and the PMP is just a set of hypocrites who want others to adhere to rules and moral and ethical behavior, while themselves not doing it. Them not set no standard. There is no way you can, oh, yes, you're out there chastising others, saying they are liars and they need to step aside, and then you are presenting somebody. And remember, when he was disrespectful, when Isaac was disrespectful to his colleague and his superior, Paula Llewellyn, the same one had him resign from what I think certain committees of the PMP and
All right,
remove him.
let me play that clip. Let me play that clip. Let me play that clip. Here goes. Um, uh,
I want her to go. You remove somebody from and then you elevate him to a higher position because of misconduct. It doesn't make no sense.
let me not say-
None at
yeah.
all.
So let me just go in the comment section a little bit. Janet is saying, what about the Prime Minister? Not sure what about the Prime Minister she's talking because maybe somebody can correct me. Does the Prime Minister have any criminal record? Um,
First of all, street vibes, let me tell you. And me not know what she's asking. What about the prime minister? But you see what I'm gonna go put a pause on right now. Is both Lester and Kizzy jumping and shifting the goalpost on what the discussion is about. Now, when we come out first, you ask me, what my thoughts from Isaac. Me know me here in Ghana, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, Mark Golden, um, and whoever other politicians know, they are making reference to. So where's the goalpost at this point, and what is it that we're discussing? Secondly, are we discussing criminal backgrounds and whether that makes you eligible for politics, or are we discussing our um, moral appreciation of a person and whether or not we feel they should be a leader, yes or no? Secondly, remember, in the Westminster political Whitehall system, Lester love talk about me learned. So let me use me learned. It tells you that any politician right? Whether PNP or JLP, who brings a political office into disrepute should do the honorable thing and resign, especially those that are part of the ruling governing party. That's the practice, that's the tradition, that's the culture of Westminster political system which Jamaica uses. No, it didn't say if you're convicted. The idea of scandal that you bring the post a political, because I'm going to agree with everybody on this panel on this point. In politics, you are supposed to be of high moral character to the point that you're unquestionable about your behavior, about your beliefs, or about your values. No, JLP and PNP we've seen in the news in the past 50 years. I remember it was 40. How many times our politicians have been of questionable character when it comes on to both behavior, beliefs, or even their attitudes, that they would have brought their political office into disrepute. What does the traditions of Westminster say, Lester? You tell me. Let me ask you. Why tell you that should happen? What does the traditions of Westminster say, Kizzy? You tell me, because I don't speak about my personal feelings. You tell me what it says. It says you should do the honorable thing and resign. We don't have a culture of that in Jamaica. None of us as citizens have ever called on any one of our leaders to definitely step down. So if that is that, we've never called on any of them PNP or JLP to step down, then how we go come and say no and lambast a man on our personal feelings on what we consider to be questionable character, when characters have been questionable on both sides since independence to 2024. No, nobody can come tell me something only talk about past things, I talk about current things now. So I could bring up the current things themselves. So we're no longer talking about Isat, because now we're going to Mark Golden versus Andrew Holness. I could go up on that now. That's how we know.
No, we don't really want to shift it this way. No. We want to speak actually.
Bella, you're not the host of the show. You're not gonna tell who we have to go from where we have to
Isaac,
go,
we want to,
right?
yeah,
And
Isaac.
don't play. I let you speak. When you're speaking, I let you speak. Please, please. Well. If I say we have to talk over each other, then we're gonna talk, because trust me, you can't inside of me. I mean, I really do beautiful speaking. I mean, no graduate from nowhere. So
one at a time.
just have
Please.
some manners and some respect, because I am showing you respect when you're speaking. When you're speaking, I allow you to speak. So don't do that. Don't be disrespectful. When you are speaking, I allow you to speak. When you are speaking,
one second. Who will go first? Bella, you want to talk first, or Kizzy go first? We can't talk over each other.
That is not true. That is not respect. Because you've done that, and that is not respect. So don't tell me that respect is allowing somebody to speak.
You like yourself talk too much,
Yes,
Bella.
I
Shut
do.
your damn mouth.
And
You
therefore
chat too
what?
much.
And
You
therefore
like yourself talk too much. You just run your mouth. You just run your mouth. Let
Alright,
other people speak. Let other
Alright,
people speak.
we are going on a break. People, we are going on a break.
You're not running. You're just a chat so.
We are going on a break, people. We are going on a break.
Give other people
One
a
break.
chance to speak.
3, 2, 1, break.
Price Right Transport and Tours. 5-star Montego Bay, Jamaica. Price Right Transport and Tours. Owned by Nyan Beladekov. That's the driver. The type of vehicle is a Voxy 8-seater Toyota. Private charters, that's what they do. Hotel station, Somerset Beach, Parish, St. James. Yeah, and his contact details is 1-876-529-2131. That's 1-876-529-2131. And he has got 18 years of experience. Service offer, your transportation concert. Book it and enjoy it. Shuttle service to the club, restaurant, shopping, work, home, reservation for tours, airport, pickup, and more. Transportation features airbag, automatic doors, DVD player, reverse sensing system. Yeah, so people, you're safe. Transportation rules: clothes must be dry, never share a seatbelt. A seatbelt must be worn during every car trip. One seatbelt per passengers. And we offer 1 day minimum trip, 3 day maximum trip. And people, here we have somebody here giving a review. The process of booking was smooth and easy. The owner really understood what my need was and immediately catered to my transportation need. I will definitely book again. Big up. Yeah, man. So, once again, people, we are repping here for Price Right Transport.
All right, so people, we are back. We are back. We are back. All right, hope everybody get a drink of water. And so we are discussing tonight your thoughts on Isaac Buchanan, running for member of parliament for East Portland. Um, I want to play the clip again of um how the people receive Isaac Buchanan in East Portland. So here goes.
I'm Isat Buchanan, and I'm running for MP for Portland East. Mr. Buchanan, is this the first time in the political landscape in terms of representational politics for you?
This is my first.
What is the feeling like?
I'm enjoying the moment so far, and I'm very grateful and honored that the people are welcoming me the way that I never expected.
Coming to East Portland, was that easy decision for you?
It was an easy decision. I was called by the people.
What can they expect in terms of representation?
In terms of representation, they will not get disappointment. So they will expect somebody who will show up. They will expect somebody who will act. They will expect somebody who will listen. And they will expect somebody who will elevate. That is what I represent. Rehabilitation, elevation, and the possibilities are endless.
Parliamentary elections are constitutionally due next year. How confident are you at this time?
I'm always confident. I drown out the noise and I do. I'm somebody that do, so I don't just speak.
Chris? All right. Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
All right. All right, there goes. So Lester, you haven't spoken for a while. I'm going to get the mic, make you
Yeah, I mean, after that spirited exchange, what can one say? But no, the topic is ISAT. I have just laid out a framework of a long-standing tradition from a particular political side of consistently talking about one thing, but the display is of another thing, right? Now, as I said, I think that if you're going to put up somebody for political representation, right, at the highest level, right, you must say, you know what? I think the people deserve the best candidate, right? Even if the person don't have a criminal record, but if the person consistently have questionable moral characters, right? It must be upon you as a leader to say, you know what? I think the people deserve better than this, right? And to me, when you look at the internet where you can pick certain things from easily and discredit this man's character, right? Based on what his own utterances. How can you look at a woman, right, who is a superior, you understand me, right? And just spew these nasty things towards her, right? And then he might go cover it up and as if like he might quote a lyric from his client Vibes Cartel, because Cartel have a song in night, a song where above a line in night saying the same thing that Isaac saying, right? No, you don't have to repeat that song
Lester,
there.
let me play it. Let me play it. Let me play it. Let me play it. All right, here goes, people. Here goes. Hold on. So
Media.com. It's on onespotmedia.com. Up first this evening, embattled attorney at law Isat Buchanan has apologized for his controversial comments made on a YouTube show about the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP, Paula Llewellyn. It comes 24 hours after he resigned as chairman of the opposition People's National Party, PNP's Human Rights Commission. As we hear in this report, the private sector organization is also calling for the General Legal Counsel and the Bar Association to take strong actions against Mr. Buchanan. Isat Buchanan issued a statement of apology on Twitter today, 24 hours after he resigned as chairman of the PNP's Human Rights Commission. He said, though I am a believer in free speech, I do recognize, now more than before, the importance of preserving public civility and mutual respect in how we engage with each other as a society. My comments and the use of a song reference are indeed unfortunate, and for that, I unequivocally apologize. Speaking specifically to DPP Paul Llewellyn, Mr. Buchanan said he deeply regrets the comments and that he's truly sorry. The vitriolic attack on the DPP followed the latest controversy on the extension of her tenure. Mr. Buchanan went on the YouTube show referring to Ms. Llewellyn as the Beast and Senior Deputy DPP Kathy Pike as Beauty. He also made other comments that are not fit for the airwaves while quoting his client, convicted dancehall artist Vibes Cartel. But even as Mr. Buchanan apologized, the private sector organization of Jamaica, PSOJ, wants the General Legal Counsel and the Jamaica Bar Association to take punitive and/or disciplinary measures against Mr. Buchanan. In a statement Monday evening, the PSOJ strongly condemned Mr. Buchanan's behavior. It said that PSOJ vehemently denounces this venomous and misogynistic attack against the DPP and such demeaning statements directed at the individual tasked with leading or fight against criminals are wholly unacceptable and starkly contrary to all standards of civility and respect. The PSOJ also stressed that Mr. Buchanan's action is just one of many troubling incidents in recent times that have showed the urgent need for better values, decency, integrity, unity, and respect within the Jamaican society.
All right. So basically that's a clip that Lester was actually talking about with Isaac Buchanan. Um Later on he actually apologized for his action. If there's anyone in the comment section who want to join our discussion, the StreamYard link is ping in the comment section, both on Facebook and on YouTube. So Kizzy or Bella the Cap, which one I want to go first? All right, Bella, I'm calling on you. So you asked Lester a question here. I suppose then that the NP from St. Catherine should not be in politics at all. Suppose Lester calling for his resignation then.
Yeah, me I wonder because then me hear the conversation also speak to people, the utterances of people that are seeking to be political representatives and seeking to be in political leadership. No, may have my own reservations about whether or not certain things should come out of politicians' mouth, right? But me also I say if you have to chastise one, you have to chastise all. I'm talking about equity, and Lester on more than different occasions, me and him have a debate about whether or not certain things are equitable, right? So more know exactly what is it that they're calling for as it relates to Isaac Buchanan from the JLP supporter standpoint, or from, as I say, the Jamaican standpoint. Is it that we are asking for his criminal record that they're speaking to, that it be brought into fore, and whether or not that disqualifies him as a candidate or potential candidate in our political system? Yeah. And secondly, if he has said things as you mentioned a clip a while ago, all I remember the clip. All I remember things that I say on I think I did one podcast in that. I don't remember what was a podcast, right? And he makes some statements. I remember when me hear it, me cringe. If you say, well, because we in Jamaica have a standard that we hold lawyers to, doctors to, accountants to, certain professions. We expect a particular level of behavioral patterns from them, yeah, and also politicians too. So I don't feel no ways and call for politicians to be of a particular standard, but at the same time, is it only for political mileage, or are we asking all our politicians to meet those standards? Which is why I'm asking a question in the comments, because we currently have a MP who who has constantly disparaged not only members of the public, but even public sector workers in the most disgraceful way, and yet we have never called for his resignation. So is it that we're saying before them turn politician, or is it okay when them turn politician? When is bad behavior acceptable? With the ask Lester. Because currently the conversation is we don't want him turn politician because in behavior bad in I pass. So now me ask, is it before or after that we accept behavior that is considered to be
All right,
disgusting
make you
and
answer. Make you
disgraceful?
answer now.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
First of all, sir, before I commit an answer, which politician are you talking about, sir? Because there's about 4 or 5 St. Catherine MPs. I don't know who you're talking about, sir.
All right, me go work with the ignorance, make it stay there so then. So therefore, the question we're asking about Isat Buchanan then, let us keep it at Isat Buchanan. Are we going to accept his behavior after he turns politician, or is it that we're not accepting it because he's not turned politician yet?
Okay, let us say, right? Your reference to the politician that says um disparaging things towards the public. So we already have one in the parliament where I say disgusting things. Are you saying that you're the free for just fly the door open because letting other people go say it? We could draw the line somewhere, or we draw the line there. So
And we must
it's
also
never
kick
too.
them out too. Sorry,
Hold
sorry.
on,
Go ahead.
it's I am saying it's never too late to start something and to make a change, right? So you are then using equity to say, hey, we already have 2 teeth in there, make we let in 10,000 more teeth, right? I don't think that argument line up, right? We are saying, hey, we want a change. So these persons or this person is of this character, right? We don't want to add one more to it. So let us be morally I'm conscious to say, hey, listen, we are gonna work on that one in this, so, and we are gonna try to either reform him or get him out, whichever side him depend, right? And we are gonna do our very best to make sure say the new ones who are coming in is of a high moral standard, high moral conduct. We not accept we are already going in this, so make we try make a change somewhat, right? Remember, with politics, with society filled with these things, don't come tell me say, oh, we already I do that, so we could let in this. Or because that side do it, that side they can do it also. That's your argument they are come with.
All right,
That is
all
your
right. Hold
argument they are
on,
come
hold
with.
on. We could move from the conversation and get back to Isaac.
And
So, me have a
well, I know,
question. Me have
but
something
but
I
but
want.
No, man, I
street
still Isaac
street
we are talking about state.
street
Isaac we are talking about. Isaac we are talking
Isaac
about.
we are talking about. We are saying, right? We are saying before this man enter the parliament, right? Remember, but other try to say we could clean up the parliament, right? How is at the perfect time to start right now and say, listen, this type of character, right? We don't want to embolden it and give him political power. So we are saying no to ISAT, no to this type of behavior because it'll get worse with political power. It'll get worse. We don't see it getting any better.
No. No, we can't, and that is I. So I'm gonna go respond to that now. So your final statement, Alec, as it relates to Isaac, um, you talk about whether or not if it is that you consider his behavior to be unworthy, it's likely to get worse. But at the same time, 2 sentences ago, you spoke about the possibility of reform for persons that have behavioral issues, and the one thing that we know is that behavior is reformable. So if it's reformable for one, it's reformable for the next. Yeah? Yes or no? If it,
Yes,
yeah, right.
but make it
So
make,
the-
make it
so
reform
therefore,
first.
no, and then, so the
Make it reform first.
so what is the
No let no,
timeline?
no, no let it me first.
What is the timeline for
That's why
reform?
people put up burglar bars before the thief broke in
Yeah, but
Bella.
what is the timeline for reform? Because the behavior that you're making reference to, how many years ago was it? And then the
And
next thing I'm gonna
last week, and last week in the social media, I tell one girl about she got suck out on them something there. This man,
I am really truly learning about that if there's something like that happen. And if something like that happen, me,
it up on my page.
I'm
Me
gonna come and
screenshot it on my page.
check your page because me not go ever support them thing. Yes, sir. But the next thing me I said to you, so, also Lester, is this, see it? When it comes on to our ethics and morals, why must we be convenient about it? We call it the ethics of convenience. Because these things happened last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, and I'm me on Facebook every day. I'm not here. But at the same time, I'm not talk about whether either PNP or JLP side. And we see it in the news, we see it in the Observer, we see it in the Gleaner, we see it in the Star. But because Isat Buchanan get unveiled this week, all of a sudden the ethics and morals come to the fore. Me I say, me not like them thing. Be consistent because we are still, whether we are talk, we know. The no not necessarily mean today. The no means 2024 as well. Yes or no? The no means September. The no means August. It means July because it is in the immediate memory of our consciousness. That's how we talk about the no. So why is it that conveniently our ethics come to the fore? No. We have to be careful what we support and what we don't support. Um, and as I say, for me, leadership, as and me here, you know, she know what I call her name. Kizzy said much earlier in the show. She talk up, think she talk about her sibling, or either her sibling or her son. She want him to have a particular type of role model to look up to.
Our son, yeah.
I think she mentioned her son. I believe in that. If you give you something to look up to, you see me? And so, what are the things that we want? But at the same time, and this is not a but, this is also along with, right? We must ensure that the entire selection of morals and values that we want our young people, not just her son, but all young people in Jamaica, to have to look up to. Currently, our entire parliament is of such, yes or no, questionable behavior that we would not want to say yes or no. Kids, we would not want to say yes. Our young people have something positive to look up to because of how much controversy exists. You see me? But understand in a fair community, she definitely don't want a leader in our community. We are going to present the values that she don't want our child grow up to. And if I them think them really are going with me, I gotta be the first to say, nah man, I'm for go.
Make Kizzy come in. Make Kizzy come in and say something. And Lester, I'm gonna go over your page and take that thing off. People, I don't know the authenticity of what is on Lester page, but I'm gonna take it off and present it to you guys so you guys can see what Lester is actually talking about. Kizzy, you can unmute now and come in.
Yeah, man, I unmute because I specifically wanted to ask Bella. He was saying people in the parliament. All right. So we will hear outbursts during discussions from time to time in the parliament on both sides. But that is human behavior and human nature. It happens all over in the world in any parliament. Even the four of us here, see me and Bella just now, because we are passionate about what we are talking about. And the conversation gets spirited and heated. And of course, sometimes the exchange might sound disrespectful. So are you saying, Bella, that you are judging these persons who you are speaking about in the parliament? Because you see, not until you specifically name somebody and present the proof, we cannot discuss something out of thin air. You have to be specific. Because on both sides of the parliament, we see the back and forth, which is normal. Them a discuss policies, them a discuss change, them a discuss all sorts of something that affect the lives of our 3 million people in Jamaica. You're gonna have people eating. So it cannot be, it cannot be that we are using what these people are how them present themselves sometimes in the parliament and a whole for judge and say, oh, they're all of bad character because them have spirited the discussions. It can't be that. It can't be that. We are speaking to a specific person who is a learned individual who have in situations where him come in is him against the law, right? Okay, in the court among him peers, them find him guilty and him serve him time. There's consequences for that, right? Now, when we talk about rehabilitation, I believe in rehabilitation. Of course, I believe also in second chances. But he did get his second chance. He did. Okay. After that, him buckle up his shoes and him say, me I go take education feet. But he's now an educated individual, but he's not a changed person. His character is not changed. He might not smuggle drugs. No. Me have to say might, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing in day-to-day private life. I don't know. Him get convicted twice for the same thing and him claim to say whatever in him defense. I don't know what he's doing in his private life. But the display and behavior is not reflective to me as a person on the outside looking in as a person who is rehabilitated. In behavior, it nasty, it disrespectful. Him lose him job because of disrespectful behavior to the Jamaican people. And remember, this is a trained lawyer. These people they know how to argue. Him not have to go low and nasty. He educated. Him of all people should know better than anybody else how him choose him words. So this tells me that when him say these things and him be rude and disrespectful and nasty, whether in a written word or out of mouth, where we all we hear and see, it is with him do it with intent. Him know what him a do. And I like somebody where hot-headed and dark and they don't have much education. So I don't see how we can excuse and look past him repeated behavior. This is the person's character, that is him. And I wouldn't want to empower that person. Cause me don't want to see where I'm gonna become. I don't think
Should they get to something?
I don't
Yeah,
see
but
how
it's
we can
on.
trust and say, okay, the constitution allows it, is records are expunged and we should when do care about, and it's not just the convictions. You
So what
you
may I
you
say?
want
Hold on, Nico. May I have something more to ask you? 1 second, just give me a chance to chip in. So Bella, are we saying that sooner or later we are going to take some rapists out of prison because there must be something in terms of consequences, right? Oh, yeah, some rapists out of prison, and then we are going to say that okay, all right, they're reformed, so we are going to put them now in spaces to represent people of in a high standard.
All right. My answer to that in the street vibes is me not believe say it will happen. Me not go ever support something like that, but that are my personal belief. The problem I may have, I'm gonna say it earlier in the show, I'm gonna put it at this feet, squarely the feet of our politicians in Jamaica. They are lawmakers. That's what the parliament does. What the MP, the House of Representatives and the Senate make changes to our constitutional rules about who becomes eligible to represent in our political system. That are the issue I have there, and what we want to do, or what is allowed. There's always a saying, all people say, people will do what they think they can get away with. In this case, and only what they believe so they can get away with. Anybody at all who yes or no the society believes is unacceptable. It's what our system of laws allows them to do. And that are the issue what we have. That are the point I make from coming in. And whether or not meeting anybody at all in this case either is eligible or should be accepted or is wholesome is whether or not there's anything to disqualify him. And up to this point, we can't find anything. And that are my issue, that we are arguing something that is not arguable, right? Because,
Bella, excuse me, one question.
yeah, go
One
ahead.
question. So there is what them call it. Let me see if I find it quickly, because I don't want say the wrong thing.
Here me go to take
Um,
it. Just
there
say
is
what
this,
you want
there
to say
is
and
this.
me understand here. That me go say. Me understand, man. Just say what you want to say.
No. You see, they there might not be like a set. There might not be like a set of like the description of what is required within the. Oh Lord.
Alright, so with them we might be talking about a job description or parameters or things like that.
Yes, there might not be a set thing, but whenever there is some laws regarding convictions, I cannot quote the laws I said earlier, but there is some laws, even when they're doing their vetting process, right? If you have certain criminal offenses, it disqualifies you. So I thought that would have been enough to disqualify Isaac, you know. Then
Yes.
I think they said that in 2014 there was some amendments to the Criminal Records Rehabilitation Offenders Amendment Act in 2014. There was this act, and the charge of dangerous drug the Dangerous Drug Act, it was amended in and I think that would have been enough to disqualify Isaac. But as me say, me no like court law, cause that is not me no study nothing there, so me no want to say nothing wrong. But
Alright.
the
Yes.
vetting process when you're going through, just like how they talk about the code of conduct, that is also a part of the vetting process.
Yes.
So even though it is not written in our constitution, and then there's also some in law, there's always some little loophole,
True.
right? So the loophole is basically, oh, the second conviction was overseas and not on our shores.
Okay.
And so you and I both know that when there are these little loopholes, because nothing no care where you airtight,
Mhm.
something people there, if you are good enough, you will find an escape. And I just feel like they are using these loopholes to, slip in them man, them up slip in them guy.
Alright, Kizzy. Here I'm gonna say in terms of the and this one I agree with you again. I don't know how much time I go agree with you, but I just and you me really the ask for give the deeper explanation is putting it out there for the public to say how we go respond to this really so many times. Yeah? You mentioned for example a loophole. The loophole maybe not about if an show start, is that there's nothing in our constitution for bar any criminal, whether eyes at a criminal or any other criminal. There's nothing in our constitution to bar them from entering politics. So
True.
the other part of things then is left with us the voters because now we are hiring for a job, right? So yeah, so what we're discussing also is now we the public are say we own the estate of Jamaica's in. Do we want to hire this man to manage a part of the estate? Are the choice that at the election alone can determine whether or not him get accepted, yes or no? Because there's nothing written, not even the code of conduct governing politicians doesn't bar him from entering representational politics if it is that we're going to call on any conviction that he would have had in the past. And that's what I mean. So you're right, there are loopholes. And that's what I said earlier, people will do what they believe they can get away with. So even if we want to go street vibes way of being an extremist and say a rapist, yeah man, a rapist can come out and enter representational politics. Doesn't mean that he will be selected because we are hire them. And that's a problem. So even if you can
Street.
get past the loopholes, then you have to come back in a day.
Yeah, man, I'm here, man. I'm here.
Right.
I'm listening, man.
Yes, man.
I'm waiting for my turn to say something as well.
Go ahead, Street. Go
You,
ahead.
you, you can
Finish, man.
put up at the graph. Put up at the screenshot.
Or let's start.
Yeah, man, it's here. It's here. It's here. It's coming up. Three,
Let's
two,
start.
one. It's up.
Josie Wales have some questions for you in the comments, and Janet have some questions in the comments.
So hold on, Street. You can read it for me.
Yeah, man, I can read it out, but it took me a while, people, because there's some stuff in there I don't want to actually put out there, so I actually try and cover them out. All right. So is it Kalia?
Kelia
Taff?
Taffy. Kelia Taffy.
Kalia
Yeah.
Taffy? Yeah. What in the ghetto agwan for law degree here, so? This lawyer is continuously fumbling his cases, but want to be disrespectful. I could go there, but me just left this right here, so. And as me say, people, I don't know the original, I don't know authenticity of this thing here. I mean, I put that out there. I don't know, but
Street. All right.
Isaac Buchanan
Me
is
go talk
saying
about.
here,
Me go,
Isaac, yeah?
yeah, me go talk about what on screen. Cause what I read, I'm not about to read through it. But
Okay, all right.
if just at a snapshot, while the person is posting and is making um a call, put eyes at pan blast in the case of which if him do something wrong, he deserve to the pan blast. That from a personal standpoint. But that doesn't mean that I am credible in terms of telling both sides of the story. Because there's always two sides of the story. I don't know what going, but if you recognize what going in the second part of things, you start getting in a quarrel and what you call a back and forth. I mean, when you go because let's say remember they have a term where they call fallacies, right? One of the
Mm-hmm.
fallacy that is arriving here is the one in called ad hominem. When you stop attack the issue and start attack the person. No, initially she talked about the law degree and whether it is being ghettoized, but then she start go talk about go and go sell your WAP. No, that start become attacking the person. And yes, I mean I say no, you start getting a personal attacks on each other. No, it make the conversation lose its validity. Because I say, are you questioning his character anymore? Or are you now saying I go cuss out the dirty dog because of whatever? And when you reach this and now people stop take what you say serious and Lester, we don't have to believe it. We just have to accept it.
Bella. All right. Give example of something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me not like when people tell Andrew go suck him mother. You understand me?
I'm not think
What
no more.
what I know? What I know? What I know?
It's
What I
just
know? What I know? So me a shower man. And no matter how much me disagree with Mark Golding, me will never go there so until me come in and let nobody tell Andrew that. You understand me? No. One of the things that we have to do is that somebody have to be the adult in our conversation. Somebody have to play the role of being upstanding. Right? Now, remember, this man is a lawyer, he's a public figure, right? He's also vying for representational office. So if a common folk, right, have a disagreement about something, right? There's ways to respond, right? There's no space for you to look on a young lady because she might disagree with you about something until I go and sell your WAP. There's no space for that, brother. You understand me? You know, same could just block her. She write that, boom, block. Ignore. Move on. These are the things we are talking about.
I'm
And you want to, so
it
what
disgusting, man. It
we
disgusting.
want to embolden and get a brother yeah, a seat in the House of Representative.
And
These are the problem we have,
but we can't give him no seat. And that's the problem, any injunction has to be on who is hiring this man. If it is
Yes,
that
I
we believe
agree.
that
The public.
if we believe that he's unacceptable, we
The
can't
public, yes.
because if for the PNP, if for the JLP, if for the NDM, if for the Marcus Garvey party, if they believe they can get away with it, they're going to do it. So then and me grow my pitney have no behavior, no manners. I'm gonna send him go work in the corporate world with upstanding citizens. They don't have to hire him. They don't have no entitlement. So they don't have no entitlement to people in work. So they must hire my pitney. It's just like that. It's a parent that say no, that child figure seek a job. No, if the child's past catches up with him or her, them if they spread them bed, they have to lay in it. That's what all people say.
All right.
So
All
me
right. But
now,
I want to say something, man.
yeah.
I want to say something, man. All right. So what I want to say is, right, based on the history of politics in East Portland, right, why is it that the people of East Portland should accept Isaac Buchanan to East Portland? One, he's a total stranger, and everything when me say, I mean, it's facts. I mean, just have pull things out of straight, right? All right, he's a total stranger. Number two, based on his past character, because no matter what people say, your past is a part of your present, of who you is, and it all play a part in order for people judge you. No matter how you want to go around it, whether you change, you have to demonstrate that to presently, right? All right. Number three is we see over the years, even Damian Crawford along with other representatives, they come, they stay a while, they see that it's not going to work, and they just turn them back and then just go and leave the people.
Mm.
So my question to me out there is, why should the people of East Portland accept, or what has Isaac Buchanan done for the people of East Portland to accept him the way they accept him? You know, it's like, I don't know. I mean, he hasn't worked with them before. He
Mm.
hasn't come. If I even should ask Isaac Buchanan, where is William Street? Where is Blake Street?
You can learn.
And it is the main part of, but no, but just show you, no, but just
A
show you, say,
migration.
yeah, but just show you, say, but just show you, say, there
Yeah.
is nothing there. So what is it that makes the people of East Portland warm to him like that? Is it because of the whole Vibes Cartel place? Case, does that play a point? I don't know if you understand what I say, Bella.
The
You just have a
population,
man.
the population of East Portland is how much? Because me never see the entire Portland or East Portland down
About
there.
68,000.
It
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. Exactly, Kizzy.
it was like,
Exactly.
I mean the Gleaner
Me
and
don't
the
get to that,
Star and
Kizzy.
all of
Me don't get to that,
them did a reach and a stretch when them a talk about the people of East Portland welcome him. Like
All right.
honestly, not they,
Exactly.
I think Damian Crawford pull out in the by election. How much vote?
10,000.
Uh, around
10,000.
it, it never reached 10,000.
All
And
right.
not even
Kizzy, just give me a chance to finish what me I say, no?
and not even
Let me finish what me I
5,000
say, Kizzy.
people. Well, let's say this.
Let me
Not
just.
even so. Would I say we have 10,000
Mm-hmm.
tribal PNP in East Portland, and
Yeah.
not even 5,000 people never there in the square there. It was
All right.
it was not. It
Kizzy, let me
it
finish.
barely look.
Let me
It
finish now. Let
wasn't.
me
It
just finish
never
what me
even
I
look
say,
like
and
a
me go back the
1,000.
mic. Let me finish
It
what
never
I say.
it
What me I
never
say.
even look like 1,000. So we are doing injustice. Look, we are doing injustice to the people of Portland. A few people, tribalists, me and you street vibes, we recognize some of them. We know say if you
No,
put a
but
dog
that
in
me
a
want get to Kizzy. That me want
if
to
you
finish it.
put a
That me
dog
want to
in a
finish. That me
orange
want to
shirt,
get to.
if you put that dog in
That
an
me want to
orange
get to.
shirt and send him down there, them are go vote for him. So those people turn out and a shout power and a put up them fists. Is not the people of East Portland welcoming Isaac. In my opinion,
Make it
based
honest.
on when we see over the last person, the people of East Portland welcome other than Miss Vaz is Damian Crawford, and Damian couldn't cross it. So I am not even really worried about Isaac winning no
But this,
election and making it. As I said earlier, it's quite possible that he might not even make it on the ballot. I have serious doubts. I think them just are sending there to rile up the base and to maybe create some noise because he will not be voted in. Me trust and believe in our East Portland people. They will not vote for Isaac. We have a peaceful parish. We want it to remain as such. We not
but is
import
that
no criminal from no other parish. We no want no imported criminal who can represent we. And me not gonna pretty it up and pick and choose no words.
yeah.
He is not welcomed and we no want him to represent we in a no capacity at all. It
But
is a
Kizzy,
it is a It
You
is
said
it is
Kizzy.
Hold on.
disrespectful. It
Una
is
do me injustice here now. Me that
it
make a
is
point, you know.
disrespectful.
Hold on, let me finish.
Well on
Hold
street
on, let me
line.
finish my
Your
point.
program but me attack now cause for the most part me quiet. It is disrespectful of the People's National Party to send a twice convicted criminal to come and present him, say, to represent the most peaceful parish in Jamaica. They must send criminal to come represent we in a House of Parliament. They are damn rude and out of order. Mark Golden need a tap on the lip.
All right, let me finish now. Let me finish now, and then I know what the mind, you know. So what may I say is, right? As what Kizzy say, is like if you put anything and say, okay, we are sending this person here if we go represent you. It's like they make a phone call and then say, listen, me, we are sending these people here out here, you know. And the same set of people then, the same set of people then, the same set of people them, they are going to, it's like they call them and say, listen me, we are gonna meet this person here, I will come. And what I want you to do, I want you to meet this person here down at
May I
I want you
cut
to meet
off
this person
and
here
come
down
back
at
on
St.
in about
Mary.
5 minutes, yeah?
Yeah man, no problem. I want you to meet this person here down at St. Mary and carry me into the people.
Well, it was
You know?
actually
And then
announced. It was actually announced. I don't know where Shaka Fame. I don't know where Shaka Fame was or who he was speaking to because when a matter of fact, he was speaking on Styles FM because I have the recording, and
I have
he
his speech. I
yeah,
have his speech, Kizzy, so when I want I
no,
can
no,
play
no.
it.
And he said he basically announced that Isaac would be coming in the parish. When yesterday, yeah, when he did day before yesterday, whichever day it was. So it's not like they didn't make an announcement. It's not like him. Of course, them get up, them loyal support to make it seems as if to make a headline. Yeah, yeah. Dayton Campbell run out and post the people of East Portland are welcome. Is a touchdown, and they're trying to create a buzz. You see, the PNP is a dying organization. As a matter of fact, the PNP, as we know it, dead long time, and this Riser United PNP, Mark Golding's PNP, is unrecognizable to people of Jamaica. So they are catching at straws. Them desperate. Them a do every little thing to create a buzz.
Yeah, may I say Kizzy? It's like at the same set of people that we can point out where hold Damian Crawford hand and guide him and do everything, you know, and rally around and make this so and at the same set of people them. And this man here, they don't even know him. So the question on me want to ask is, what has this man done for East Portland for him to get this welcome here? These people are jumping at the street and are dancing this manner. The only thing maybe because he can represent the PNP. That's the only thing because they don't know him. Him don't know them. Him don't know the
Okay,
parish.
that is just party loyalists. And me and you know, we can pick out the usual and the regulars. We know them are who, and we know. Say, as me say, if you put a dog in a PNP shirt, them a vote for him. If you put a donkey down, if you put a broom, the same thing. It makes no difference to them. It makes no difference to these people who represent them. Them hungry one know say the person I represent PNP. That's all them care about. They don't
And
care about nothing else.
sooner or later, the world boss is going to visit East Portland. How we're going to see maybe a bigger crowd. But one thing me have to say is that to the people of East Portland, you know, you have to wise up. You have to have some morals. And to me, rehabilitation, you know, I embrace rehabilitation, but at the end of the day, the consequences for what you do must always play a part. Yeah? A whole heap and you know what this show? You know what this show? This show that at the end of the day, Kizzy, this show at the end of the day, right? Um, all right. How much persons you know, Kizzy, we go to Jamaica, right? How much persons you know, Kizzy, would get deported and go to Jamaica and suffer,
Yes, society ostracize
can't get no
them.
job.
They,
Even
they,
the other
they, they
day,
yeah.
I hear them I say them can't even drive taxi when them do certain things. even all abroad. Simple things, simple job. Them gonna do criminal record check and all them things. They can't do certain things because
No,
what they were
that's
deported.
definitely. A lot
So
of
how you bring a
deportee,
deported to go represent
a
a
lot of
parish at a
a lot of deportee, they can't integrate themselves back into the Jamaican society because regular Jamaicans won't accept them. But I guess you have to you have to
it's ridiculous.
if you get if you have a education and if your father is a is a respected figure, a light figure. If you come from certain sector of society, is a different kettle of fish, you know. The measuring stick different. No,
Yeah, and basically that is classism. Basically we are talking about classism.
we have our own same people living in Portland we get themselves in a problems in the States or wherever in the world and them deported. And the same people where they decide jump up for Isaac, they wouldn't give that person a glass of water. Dirty
They wouldn't
deportee
give that
boy.
person not even a job.
Dirty deportee boy. You never make no use of yourself a foreigner, what have you. And all the
Hey,
rest.
I
Even
want to
never
say this
try.
publicly, you know. I want to say this publicly, you know, and I have to speak about this, you know, because you know, I'm from East Portland. I am personally from East Portland. So me not talk about St. Catherine, St. Andrew, me not know nothing about them places. Me I talk about the parish where me born and bred where me come from. And I'm saying, and if somebody can come tell me, may I ask somebody, please, to come tell me what has Isaac Buchanan done for these people here a dance on the street side so for him a visit Portland for the first time. What have he done apart from him being nominated as the person we are run against Anne Marie Vaz
The fact
with
is,
his character? Did he prove to them that he's better than everybody when bring come? What has he done? He hasn't worked with the people. He hasn't done nothing for the people. So how are these people dancing there? And trust me, I know each and every one of them are the same set of people. Are the same set of people.
it's just really embarrassing. Really. It's really embarrassing. And I may have to say kudos to the people and because I see a lot of videos out of fellow Portlanders, people whom I go school with, people whom I know, rejecting him, telling him, don't come, you know. Most of them basing it and saying, you know, him cannot win Miss Vaz. But a lot of them maybe wasn't even aware of the fact, say, him is this type of character because yesterday I was talking to a guy and he said to me that he did not know him know of Isaac just because of the cartels case, but him no know
Yeah, they don't know him.
him behavior and him character him not aware. So it's quite possible that some of these people there who are jump up, they might not be aware as well. They maybe just I think say, you know, the PNP send a lawyer come and he's a good upstanding citizen. I don't know. I
Yeah.
figure them the benefit of the doubt because
Um, what's her name? Janet is asking where is Anne Marie from. I can't answer that, but what I
I
can
can
say,
answer. I can answer. I
The
can
Vaz
answer
has
that
been
question.
a
I can answer
resident
that
in Portland for
question.
years. Okay,
I
Kizzy,
can
go
answer
ahead,
that
go ahead,
question.
go
Miss
ahead,
Anne
answer.
Marie Vaz is from parish of Saint Elizabeth, a community called Duff House. She speak of it many, many times. But Mrs. Vaz has been a resident of Eastern Portland for going on 20 years. So nobody is saying, oh, you have to be a native of the parish. But they can
Yeah, but
parachute
some
in somebody.
connection, some
But
ties,
they
something
can
to
parachute
understand the
in. You
people.
can parachute in. You can. Several MPs are representing parishes, are constituencies that they are not from. A lot of them don't live in a them constituency, right? So we can't
The
hold that.
Streetwise comment section active, yeah, man. Sorry about
We
that.
can
Sorry about
we
that.
can we can we can't so hold
Yeah,
that
I
type of
want to get to the
thing.
comment section them still. I want to get to them.
But
I want to get to the
Mrs.
comment
Vaz
section.
actually have roots in East Portland. She her vote down there, her house down there, right? Me know me can go knock on Miss Vaz's door. But me don't know where Isaac come from. Me don't know about him. He not have no ties, not to my knowledge, in the parish.
Watch out, go on. Zane
Them
Streetwise.
a parachute him in.
before me get cut off, me did hear the question. I think I see point on the point about why should they elect him and where he
Yeah,
come from and
yeah,
what is his
yeah.
credentials for wanting to represent the people and thing. And I two things
Yeah,
me will
what
say.
is the interest? Yeah, yeah.
I
Go
got
on,
to
yeah.
I got to get two responses. I got to get a
Yes.
response when it come on to the academic side of things, but not a long one. First, the history of our Jamaican politics is that there's nothing that says a MP candidate must come from the constituency for which he or she is going to represent, because the political traditions is that the party chooses their candidates and can place them, and so most people vote not necessarily for the person but for the party, because we don't have a culture of people voting for people, right? I think, but I'm gonna give Kissy them and Portland the thing. I think a lot of people voted for Anne Marie Vaz, given she has become one of them, and probably one of the, not because she was originally from there, but that she would have acclimatized to become should have become a part of the culture of Portland. So me can say she one of them people that will become an MP based on the fact that she's seen now.
Dr. Bloomfield wasn't a Portlander either.
No, I'm a
He,
be a man.
he wasn't a Portlander, but we also accepted him because he was
Right.
living in our parish and serving as a and
As
serving
a
the
doctor.
community.
Yes.
So we
So
All
didn't
right,
have
Bella.
any
That
issues
me I
with
talk
him.
about, so me
you
not
got
talk
right. So,
about somebody.
but the next thing
Me
now,
not.
so me tell you which part the next part of things are coming from now. That's the academic side of things as to why him can go there, right? Because enough MP became
No, me never
MP.
ask why him can't go there, no, Bella.
No,
Yeah,
man,
me never
why
say
should they
why. Me
vote
say
for him?
why should they
Right.
accept him
Yeah.
based on, well, I know the second part is based on their previous experiences that people that has come there for. And I want to pull in the
Yes.
memory, remember
Remember,
that
man.
Anne Marie Vaz start doing her work even before she was an MP.
Yes, that is true. So may I say to you,
She
say,
was serving the people.
the second part of your question we asked, was answered in the first part, right? Is because of the fact that the party them can just throw anybody anyway. It really no matter
Yeah,
if they
it up to us, the people, to decide, reject
decide.
them
I just
or
say,
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
or, or
but,
accept them.
but here the second part I think now, and this is which part now. The part of people when they really want to hear about the academic side of things, I go say to you, say, yo, when can get to Portland? You know, she saying just free cartel. Him a representative, he can win things, so he can beat the system, he can fight. Me I tell you, say, at that, me not say it's everybody, but it is out there being said. And so that is what is being sold as the value stream. Now me understand why Kizzy might reject that, because she's saying this is not the type of leadership that we're trying to, or culture that we're trying to build
No, I
in
know Eastport
Portland.
like that. As the kids said to you, put one dog in a orange.
Mm-hmm.
Me come from East Portland.
Mm,
Put one dog in a orange
mm-hmm.
and push him across the St. Mary border.
Yeah.
And trust me, you have the same set of people them. I go take him, arms and gloves him, jump up and down for him, even if
So
they
like
don't
me I
know
say,
him, and just do the same thing.
what me said to you earlier, them now vote to the person, You think that Isaac them would have, them are really support down that East Portland?
Let me tell you, Bella, we need to just call it what is it. It is. You see, they say voter apathy in Jamaica. Well, the statistics show, the numbers show during
Mm-hmm.
election, and you if you talk to the regular man on the street, them say, oh, me not with politics, me not interested, me not this, me not that. But when you see the meetings is a different thing. The meeting them beating them big, everybody in a shirt and this and that, and we keep wondering why you can't see this type of enthusiasm and turnout when it comes to the election day, right?
Mm.
The celebration them big, the
No for them
welcome, you
man
see
no
the
vote, man.
excitement. Whoa, but they don't have no energy for go actually do exercise them right, which is marking them X, which is making them voice be heard by showing up and turning up,
Mm-hmm.
right? But so you hear about the voter apathy and and they talk about this all the time, and then when you look at it, you say, but Then turn, then cuss the politician, them, then say this, them say that, them say also it is just one big confusion. You have some people when they just can't make up their mind. Them said, but then if you get down into the nitty gritty of it, everybody have a preference. So now you hear people start saying, "Oh, Jamaica Sports Day," so they don't care about the policy. They don't care about how the politics affect our lives. Then just think say primary school sports day and me support team orange and me support team green and they only want to have bragging rights.
So,
My team win.
so street vibes. More I recognize something like Kizzy say now is a very important point. And I'm gonna tell you why it's important. It brings full circle why there's this type of conversation taking place on this platform. If you talk to some people, we really care about policy output and how the person who we represent can impact that in a positive way. You see the people that we really you want to hear from, and me and Kizzy, you know. More hear from the people and we say we not understand policy and understand how it works and understand and but then just a vote because we want to vote. Them can probably answer the questions you really want to answer and they want real
No, but enough of them will
deep
reach out
yeah.
to, but they're not coming here. They're not
Yes, me.
talking. They don't want to talk.
Because Kizzy like me, probably like Lester too, I gotta ask us the question say, how is this person going to bring change to the developmental landscape of a community? I not think nobody asks that question there right now. You know what people are really asking the question of? How is this person going to excite me enough to make me want to come out of my yard?
How am I
Excitement.
going to entertain me? How am I going to entertain me?
And you
Because
can't go
it's
around
just
that
the
street vibes.
entertainment value. It's
You
just the
can't go around that.
entertainment value. They don't care. And then what these are the same people who will come out and say, my road want fix. Me nah know. And this is why over 30 years, the PMP was in power in East Portland and nothing was done. Nothing. Because you
Because
see them same people, listen to me, Bella. You see them same people that was up on the street side, I welcome in Isaac. Them people that support PNP from me know myself till to the day. And these are the people now who Isaac are gonna come and say, oh, I can with the same kind of promises that Sam Lawrence make, with Donald Rod make, with Keith Rod make, right? With Bloomfield himself make, and they could not fulfill them up until today. None of them not do the significant work in terms of bettering the lives of Eastern Portland people like what Miss Vaz do.
all
And
right.
then
All right, I'm gonna
Isaac
check
will
out some of the
come.
comments them
Wait,
now
wait,
when I
wait,
finish this.
Miss Vaz
Don't
has
like
not even
comments.
served.
Me I
Miss
go,
Vaz has not even served a full term yet because she
mm,
won in a by-election in 2019 and then few months after in 2020 there was a general election and she has still not served a full term. And what she has done and accomplished in terms of road infrastructure, right? In terms of trying to better the lives with for the youths, mm, countless numbers of scholarships, financial support from the CDF towards education, right? She have a program where she deal with the health of women. She take care of a lot of elderly people, persons who live on the street. And we had several PNP MPs, right? People who are actually from the parish, living at the parish, serving at the parish, and know the needs and the wants of the people. And these they never did a fulfill nothing, they never did a then they do zero. And then when we listen to the interview, Isaac say the people call him a comfy rehabilitation. Who him a come rehabilitate a Portland? Who? We not have a criminal infested parish.
Johnny, street vibes. You have to go answer the charge. You know, them bring against
No,
you.
no, no. Hold on. Kizzy, we have to let the comment section about wait. So here I'm now. Here we are gonna run the comment section. We're gonna run the comment section because I want if our comments have to go through at the moment. So
Major
we're gonna
charge.
spend maybe a minute. One of us, I mean one of you guys, I'm gonna spend a minute and maybe answer, and that's how we'll go down the line till we address,
Based
most
on
of
who
the
they
thing.
ask the
All right.
question, all right, please.
All right. All right. So let's start with this one here now that is displayed on the screen. So Janet Mary is saying that is this a paid panel by The JLP. No, let me answer that one. I want to answer that one. All right. So, Janet, this is not a paid panel by no JLP. Um, there are somebody on here. Somebody on here support the PNP. And I've reached out. I can show you messages, emails. I've reached out to people from the PNP party. They didn't. Nobody from their side didn't come to represent, our discussion. And this is not the first. Every time I try to reach out to somebody from the PNP party, nobody answer. Nobody turn up. However, the discussion have to happen, and we have to try and make it
Street,
balanced.
street,
1 minute less, and we can move on. Yeah.
street, street. Someone up on the borderline, So, anyway.
Okay, all right, we'll move on. All right. So Janet is saying you all are worried about Isaac. Who want to answer that? Kizzy, you want to answer that? She she's saying
Look
that we're
here,
worried about
Janet,
Isaac.
Janet, I chat to him nonsense. I'm gonna respond to nonsense. Cause me
All
don't
right,
know
so
who
no,
worried about Isaac. We're having a conversation, a discussion on something that is a current affair, that is public knowledge and that is worrying. Me no respond to nonsense. Sorry.
okay,
Kizzy,
all right.
hold on, all right. Hold on. As a East Portlander myself, right? Um, it kinda sad say
But
janitor
they're
do that. You
Portland and
remember
know there.
21 Bumble Crescent here? Easy yourself. We got Happy Grove. So
Come,
look
let's
here now.
remember now. 1 minute and we'll move on. Come,
Look here
please.
now. At the same way people did a discuss and a talk about Anne Marie Vaz, right? At the same way. So we are discuss and a talk about Isaac Buchanan and people have them democratic choices, right? We're not worrying about it. We're having a discussion respectfully.
We're
Right, Janet?
concerned.
Anyway,
We are
yeah,
from Poland. We're
yeah,
concerned.
yeah.
All right.
Keep
So
the
the
comments
next thing
coming.
is check out the Prime Minister 28 bank account. Who want to answer that? Or make a comment on that?
28 bank down there Jamaica.
Them never say 28 bank, they say bank account. You can have a 10 bank account in
But
one bank. Yes,
as
sir, brother
my
man.
good as my good friend, as my good new friend Bella DeCalf likes to say, there is no laws against having 28 bank account.
28 bank
So
account,
Janet,
That's
yeah.
what I
so
was
Janet,
just
you
about
can
to
have
say.
100. Nobody now stop you from have 100. You can have a
Me
million bank account.
personally,
Right
have
now you
about
can
10.
stay at
Me have about
Jamaica.
10 and me and nobody.
You can stay at Jamaica and have bank account at Switzerland, anywhere in the world. You can open an account as long as
Yeah.
you meet the requirements. So none. Janet, I chat too much. Nobody else asks no question.
All right. All right.
Hey, street vibes. Big guy one of them bank
Hold on.
account in them you. The bank them not give me one account to the
No, not
some don't know
not
nobody.
not
Some don't know
not
nobody.
at all. Somebody is saying here again, look how many JLP went to jail for selling farm workers card.
Me can't even
No.
speak to it because I don't know. Me don't have
Well,
them
no.
facts.
Look here. Lie them at you. You understand me? And them never sell farm. Them attack Jack Smith in the 80s. Jack Smith them attack about. Right? You know, sell farm worker card. Tell them to get the story right and come back.
All right. All right. Okay. All right. Let me get this story right and come back. All right. Josie Willie is
No,
saying, Street guys, your object.
hold on. Street, hold on. Street, sorry.
So is this about whether or not I wonder if the question the scene or the comment there? I'm glad I me not have them facts about them thing there. I wonder if they're trying to pin this whole thing about people with criminal past and whether or not we accept them in a political space. Are that the matter? Is that what the question is really coming back to?
But hold on. Let me elaborate on it. Just
I don't
a
know.
minute. A minute. Portia was the minister of labor or something at the time, right? Remember, right? And this situation came up, right? Portia went to the opposition leader at the time, Edward Seaga, and said, hey, one of your boy them, say, this is a case one of your boy them, what we do. And Edward Seaga said, if him behave like a criminal, treat him like a criminal. I saw him end up at jail. Seaga never play party politics and cover him up and shield him and say him end up at workhouse. So all who bring
All
up
right.
that,
Moving on, let's
they not understand
That's
what going
clear.
on.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
clear. All right.
Okay.
All right. Josie Willie saying, Street guys, your objective is to discredit Isaac. None at all. None at all. My objective here is to just speak of the concern, speak on what is out there,
Street,
what people are
so but
saying,
it's no street vibes.
and
They
Lester,
cannot
openly.
not speak for you. But
Lester,
we
you
don't
say
need
that
to
thing come off you do.
we don't need to discredit. We don't need to discredit Isaac one day we discredit him. We no need to discredit him. We put up the man and we put the man in front of the mirror and we're looking at the man deeds. And by your deeds you shall know them. We're not discrediting him. We are discussing behavior. We are discussing deeds. We are discussing what he has done in his life. And even when you're dead, before them put your body under the hurt, the pastor sit down and talk about your life. So that we're doing. He's a public figure. Nobody now try discredit him. We are anybody here on the panel telling lies on Isaac?
One thing more I say
All right.
about that. Top nice, Lester.
Yeah, go on. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
The next
Go
show,
ahead.
the next show on a street vibes. Mr. Kizzy just give you an idea for your show. Should public figures be above public scrutiny to the extent that people have to run from law and then sitting there and lawsuit and then sitting there without PNP or JLP said, as a talk about one politician, they might threaten for carry a court. Should public figures as a political representative or potential be above scrutiny? I want a serious question, Kizzy. I want a serious question. And this alone can feel on sure. You see me, I say. But that must come after the Friday night activities, conversation, and your street rider show they have to go on first. Yeah, black me street, yeah, black me road.
Is that inside joke, people. But no, what on the street? Josie Wales said that a while ago, right? Josie Wales are the same man who put a Portia Simpson Miller, the prime minister, head on a drunker body and call her drunker until I go suck her mama. Josie Wales. Him not have no credibility right as a continue, sir.
All right. So
What me I say?
let's again. What about Stoolman in the Western Jamaica, Central Westmoreland
Well,
to
let's let it
be
come out. Let's let it come out and discredit and say, yo, we are here to discredit such a man from running for a seat in Portland. You did say it.
Yes.
So maybe not street vibes, but maybe Josie Wills have a point. Is this show going the route of discrediting? So maybe
That is
Kizzy
my
not tried it,
objective.
but Lester
My objective.
Lester did say at that
Yes.
time objective. So
Yes.
maybe that's why. And so you have to
well,
defend
yeah.
that.
So
So Lester,
I
we are
hope
trying to
Josie will hear
discredit
that.
man.
That's not my objective. My objective is just to
Present the platform.
relate what is on the street and also gather information and hold a discussion about what's going on.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I forget the
I
10 bank
guarantee
account
that
thing
if
there.
Andrew was in
I'm
British,
broke. Dirty Lester.
Me can answer the me
no,
can answer me can answer the questions them, you know. So if you not put it up on the screen, me can see it.
Okay.
okay, all right. Uh, so this is basically they're speaking about Miss Vaz. How come she lost two local government seats if she was that good?
Who lost 2 local government seats? First of all, you can't lose something you never have. Hey, whether I say Janet, near Janet, you can't lose something you never have. Prospect Division and Port Antonio Division was always occupied by
by
PMP
PMP.
councillors. So you
Yeah.
can't lose something you never have. She lost nothing. And it was not Mrs. Vaz's election. It was local government election that is an election for councillors. So Miss Vaz lost nothing. In case you never know, the Port Antonio Parish Council is still held by the Jamaica Labour Party. Lost
Yeah, the mayor.
nothing.
Yeah, the mayor is a labor right.
It look like Josie will have trolled me, you know. People, I know that Josie will have trolled me. Look at the question with Josie will know. Street vibes. Why not just call the show Vibes JLP Defender Show? I mean, come on now, Bella. I mean, come on.
Don't
You
call me
speak
name. Where
highly.
you call me name for? Where you call me name for? I'm gonna be able to come from. I try to come from East Portland. Don't call me name.
No, but we never that. We
Move on.
never that.
No man. No man. Move on.
What more I know? Miss one question.
Is there no other questions or from
Miss one
anybody
thing.
else?
Miss one
Are
thing. And
just 2 people in the comment section?
them alone attack. So
I
we have
never
to
alone at time. I never
respond to
alone at
one
time.
type.
Yeah,
But Mr. Somebody talk about this deportee we come from St. Catherine. What them I talk
yeah.
about? And is it that we're saying there's a precedent because you see problem with legal terms sometimes, a precedence thing. When you allow something to happen one time, you're left now a defensible position for the person who should be indefensible, if that's the case. So, and we know, so people who become deportees are normally those who may have questionable or criminal past, or even deviant past to point to another country. We say you're going there. Which deportees are catching them at about? And yeah.
If them not name a person, me can't respond because me not come as Street Vibes did outline it from earlier. He not talk about other parishes because we don't know. That mean I don't
So
know
she
me. I
said
speak
Why
with
did
you.
not talk?
He ran in St. Catherine. He ran against Ho in St. Catherine.
Who near who? Me no know nobody in a politics near who. Who name so?
Bella no, say Bella laughed. Bella no, man. Bella
No,
no.
no, no, no. It's not. I don't know any hoes, but not in politics. Don't mix me up. You know where I'm going after this.
We don't know.
I
We
have
don't
an
know who name
idea.
so.
I have an idea. I have an idea. I mean,
We don't know
Natalie
who name.
Ho.
We don't know who name so.
Natalie.
I mean,
Somebody
Oh,
named Natalie.
me don't
yeah,
know nothing about.
me know Natalie. Who she come from Dallas, Texas. Um, but me no remember who run against him on the GLP ticket. Who run against her? Cause she's a PMP. Me don't know who run against her on the GLP ticket. I think he was a sitting councillor there. I think the person who should attack.
You know, say Google
In
is our
the
friend. You
Let
know,
me
the
let me
so I'm gonna go
say
Google.
let me
but me
say
don't know. We don't
this.
remember who
Let
shot.
me
Me don't know
say
about him
let me
character.
say this. You see, a person being a deportee, for me personally, is not something that I hold against the person. It depends on what they were deported for. Because remember, you have persons who are seeking a better life and them stay illegally in other people's country, and them you know how the law is, right? You sometimes circumstances are life. But if you kill, murder, or rape,
Oh, what time?
right? If you kill, murder, rape, or you are traffic narcotics, which narcotics is not just like you destroy one person or one life. You is a whole network that, right? When you involve in the drug trade, you're automatically involved in a murdering. You're involved in it is a network. It
The
not
drug
just come with
trade of serious substance is a network, and it's a serious thing. You can involve in something like that damage
look it,
people and then you want to represent people.
cocaine business go hand in hand with gun business. It go in hand in hand with murder. It destroy families. It is dangerous. So it's not a simple thing. Like, you have somebody with a shoplifting. They might hungry and thief some food and they're illegal and they send them out. So they being deported not necessarily mean you have enough people across the border and immigration will
All
upon
right.
them.
So it come back to my point I make earlier on a kizzy. Say that's why I'm not talk, me try to follow the conversation about for example, we come back to Isaac now. Yes, he may have been, let's say I don't know for sure, but I'm being guided. I'm gonna respect knowledge on things that you'd have had convictions in. Um, but does having a conviction mean that you are, because once you have a conviction, the system recognizes you as a criminal? Yes or no?
Facts.
All right. But
But you have
criminality, but
low level and high level criminal because the
criminality,
system recognize that too. And then that's
criminality
why
don't mean criminality
when
don't
you
necessarily mean destructive, because all deviant behavior by the law is seen as something that is degrading the system that is in place. Whether you get criminality for overstay system in place, then say you try degrade the system by breaking the rule, criminal. You sell drugs, you degrade the system in
Yeah, but
place.
criminal more than criminal, Bella.
Yeah, man.
Criminal
But
more than
and
criminal.
crime more than crime. That's why you have different they
yes,
have different levels of you have sentencing guidelines. You
mm-hmm.
have some cases depending on how you're not eligible for bail nor parole and all these things. So that's why I'm saying, that's why I am making it clear. Remember, this is my view. My view.
Yes.
Me did make that clear from
Uh,
before. I am not
agree with
holding,
that.
I am not saying that a person who got deported cannot be reintegrated in a them society and should and cannot live a upstanding life. Me
Yes.
not hold deportation against a person. You know, ban people in country, they have their rules there. You break it, whether how simple or small, and
Yeah,
stay your home is a different thing,
yeah.
right? So the deportation for me is not a big deal.
So it's not
Is
we're
is
not
it twice
use that tool
convicted?
against
Is
Isaac.
it twice convicted? And yes, he paid his debt to society in that second country for the conviction. America might view him different. For me, and him behavior since even him go back to school and
That
study.
we
So it
can have
come
a conversation, but
it hit me at talk about
you
in
see,
character me a judge.
so that's why I keep on this dash a list of conversation about who are criminal and who are come. Me say yo, me could dash with that because the constitution not prevent you from running as a criminalist or no, but can we talk about whether or not we're accepting his behavior where leadership is concerned, and should this be something that we hold in any high demand? If it is that we believe that the behavior is questionable, is disgusting, is beyond reproach, all the different this descriptive words you can use, or even verbs, action words, or nouns you can use to name things, whatever English language I put out there, can say, do we want this to be representative of the type of society, community, politics that we're trying to build? But at the same time, we must also ensure, say, when something we start it now, you see, tomorrow, any other politician will say do it, we also want to hold them to the same high level of standard, whether they're in an institution
But
or in
Bella,
a process.
you know me personally, better whether Labour right or PNP, for me personally, me believe in holding people accountable. Even me myself.
Yeah.
Me believe in holding people accountable.
So, no, make sure I find up on Facebook and we become friends so
I am
we
not.
can monitor each other.
I'm no longer on
Which part
Facebook.
are you there? Oh, yeah, there,
And when I was on Facebook, I did not want to be your friend because I did not like you. Ask
you didn't
Lester
know me?
straight.
So me never know you.
Definitely. Me not like nothing. Me not like it shredded so your clothes.
I
So if
lie
you did
at you.
left on Facebook, me and you wouldn't be friends.
Why?
Enough time, me and her clat, yeah, man. Enough time.
So yes,
So no,
I
nobody
look
even
for it.
go there.
I look
But
for it.
differently, me not come back on Facebook. Me can't do
Forward, man.
It's not no
Forward.
longer my space. Me outgrow Facebook space. I just the truth. But differently,
Well,
we are
mm,
not living
let
in
me just
Belize.
conclude up
We know
now.
this is what Belize want to do. What Belize want to do. And see it come to light there. That see it come to light there.
Shines.
We
Shines, yeah.
shine come to light in address the whole situation the other day. Of how Puff Daddy frame him and him take the gun charge. So whether true or lies his word against his, but see it come to light.
My team,
Me
I have a
not-
question now,
I
yeah?
think since
I'm going to follow up on my
Shine was
phone, yeah?
deported to his country, he
Yeah,
has
man,
been
yeah, man,
living
yeah,
a
man. Yes,
different
Bella, yes, Bella.
lifestyle.
Kick me out of that building.
I will call you
My
as well.
borrowed building. I'm gonna live now with like less than them people, you know. Sorry about that, yeah, yeah, Kizzy, but I
Yeah,
feel.
man. I wanna say,
Oh, Kizzy,
I wanna
send me
say,
some clothes
big
so
up
you can
to
like it
Bella
clothes
the
here,
Calf.
please.
What you say?
Send me some clothes so you can like it, tread. Me, I beg you.
Me not go send you clothes. I arrange you wear. I mean never like that trade.
Everybody eat
Um,
orange and
um,
vitamin C.
Bella, the advertisement, they have to pay for it, you know.
Me pay feet to me, yeah. Me working, the things are free
The
work.
advertisement, they have to pay for it.
Yo, he's not follow me.
I
Yeah.
don't know if you see it. Did he say it? Did he say
But,
it? Did
but
he say it?
you know, say,
You
Him
know,
see.
me can I will
big
have
up
to say
yourself.
though. I'll have
Thank
to
you,
say
thank
though,
you.
Bella. I'll have to say though, Bella, before you leave. I think you maybe my years not being on Facebook, it seems as if you're not as tribal as you used to be. Maybe you're not a riser. I think maybe you is a what Peter Phillips side name.
Me tell you something.
One PNP.
I was
It
never
look like
trying.
you're a one PNP, like
I
a
was
foundation.
I was never
You're
tribal.
not a
But
riser.
I agree with Lester. Me
Kizzy.
tell you, me not tribal here because me
Kizzy.
tell Lester already. If you check my voting background, me tell Street Vibes already. I voted for the JLP. I voted for me vote for policy. That's why I am at with the pan borderline. But
Borderline.
you can't catch me with them things. Me not tribal to politics, Kizzy. Me
Well,
tribal,
well, well,
tribal
well,
to
well, well,
progress.
well, that is good.
So
Ima
that's
shimara
So
the
what
pan
you
the
say? So what
borderline.
you say? So what you say? Third term loading.
make us see what I go on. If it's something come good, you have to go impress me. Big up,
Hey,
Whatever,
yourself, yeah.
whatever.
hey,
Third
Big up
term
yourself.
loading.
hey, big up your daughter for me and big up Bertha for me, see?
Yeah, man. Listen, listen.
No
Let me give the
doubt,
man him
no doubt.
accolades, no, man. Yeah, man. You have people. Listen, what I say, no. I want to big up Bella the Cafe, no. Yeah, man. Price right transport. Yeah, man. That's all the things. Say. Big up Bella the Cafe. I want to thank him so much for being here. You know, him have to make a move, you know. But that's how you go. Um,
Look, you know, me I got my bed in at
yeah,
2 o'clock now. I'm for
yeah,
wake up
man.
back a few
You know,
hours
so if
time.
For
I
you
just,
come
I
back.
just,
All
I
right,
just, I
see that.
just, I just, me love for my parish and my country. Cause you know,
Yeah,
me gone to bed from 9:30. I don't know have me up in at 2 o'clock. Now tomorrow, me
but
wake up
Kizzy,
with bag under my
but
arm.
Kizzy, and that some people don't understand. Say this is personal to us
You
because we
see,
come
you
from
see,
East
me see,
Portland.
me see, me see, me see, me see the lady I say. Paid and Josie Whale with Josie Whale is a big man and he ever me can't believe say even after 4 years me no have no contact with Josie Whale. Me can't believe Josie Whale still immature in her behavior and no grow up. It's embarrassing. Embarrassing. A big man like you, Josie Whale, no growth now in you.
Let me
Same
correct
little
him. Let me correct
same
him.
little
No, he wasn't 18. He said he was 17 years old, Joseph Will. I'm not 18. He was
he,
17.
and then this lady come talk about paid. Nobody don't need to pay me. And nobody, I can't speak for nobody else, but nobody no need to pay me for me know my right and speak about my country and my
We're concerned
parish.
about our parish. Our parish are the most peacefulest parish in Jamaica, you know. And that I hold that
My
for
God.
years, you know. So
Yo, people, my God, you know. Kizzy, big up yourself,
yeah.
my sister.
Lester, I
Yeah,
wanna
man,
big you up, you know.
tomorrow,
Big
good
up
night.
Lester for being here.
Street.
Manners and respect,
Alright.
Lester. Salute every time. Yeah, man. Once a politics, you know, so the guys are done there. Straight up. Yeah, man. Kizzy, that's how you go. We have to speak about we parish. I want to say special thanks to Kizzy as well for being here. Trust me, people. I mean, I don't think anybody could have get Kizzy to come back and actually do a
Mm-mm.
broadcast over
Mm-mm.
Facebook. Trust me. Even though Kizzy, even though me and I talk every day, you know, say the love what we have. No normal.
Yeah, man, big up yourself, bro.
I just say go. Salute. I will go
Thanks
close
for
off
having
soon.
me. And you know, said the political season a kick off right now. We not
Yes.
reaching at the heat of the
After.
matter yet. So anytime at all,
No.
once I'm available and
Yeah.
I will definitely, as long as you invite me, I'll be back.
All right, see that. Listen me, at Eastport I'm gonna come from, you know. At Eastport I'm gonna come from. We not talk about nothing else but at Eastport land. So when we have political chats over here about, you know, Eastport land, oh what's best for our parish. Simple.
That's it.
That's
That's
how you
all me
go.
care about. That's all me care about. Me only want because and I've said this publicly and I've said this. I am one of Mrs. Vaz's biggest advocate. But if she was not doing her job, or if me see her asleep on the job, I would be also one of her biggest critic. Cause me no love her more than me love my parish. Me no love her.
Yeah man.
She's a representative. We
Yeah
put
man.
her in her
So
office.
man.
I mean expect her to deliver
So
and
man.
she not me not say she a do nothing wrong. She a do her job.
Yeah.
She's
So
doing
man.
with the limited resources that politicians get to manage and take because the budget no big. The budget no big. The economy wasn't doing that great. It just start do now and under this Andrew Holness led administration, you
Situation.
know,
Mhm.
we are seeing some improvements in our economy. So as it get better, I hope I'm pray we see more. But she has done an amazing job. And me I
Yes,
reject
yes,
Isaac
yes.
and not just because me a labor writer because he's on the PMP, but me just don't me just can't see it. How we gonna vote out somebody who is working? No, we not swap no
That
black
makes sense.
monkey.
And bring a
Uh, uh,
total
it, it,
stranger. How we
no,
ever
it
vote
not
out
gonna work.
somebody that has been working Kizzy even before
Now
they were
swap black
elected?
dog to monkey. Isaac, you
Yeah,
talk about monkey Jamaican people. Well, this is
yeah.
a popular proverb. So me not
You
refer
know,
to
makes
nobody as
sense.
literal monkey. But we not
Yeah.
swap no black dog to no monkey. We stick to
And
the evil what we know.
people, I'm sending a kind word out there. I don't know if this message here might miss. reach to Miss Vaz. No, but Miss Vaz, I'm giving you an invitation onto this show here in time to come. Hopefully, we can have a conversation with you. Our action and yeah,
Yeah, you
hopefully.
know, I'm going to suggest, Street, that you um get the achievements, the manifesto, the achievements of Mrs. Vaz, what she has done since 2019. She have records of everything. Get it, and
Yeah,
then you can present it
okay.
to the people. Basically, you know,
Yeah, man.
for those
Yeah, man.
I don't know where. I am really, really, really excited to hear and see what Isaac
See
is going
what?
to
I'm telling you.
come say.
People, I don't know much about politics. Me, I tell you that from now. Me not know nothing much about politics, but I'm excited to see what East Portland people are going to do. Trust me,
Anyways, me
trust
gonna
me.
sleep. So big up
Yeah.
yourself.
So Kizzy,
Big up
salute,
your
big up
panel.
yourself. Yeah,
Aye.
man, it was a pleasure
Night.
to have you over here. Yes, Kizzy, blessings and respect. People, I want to say it was a great pleasure to have this, this discussion here. And I want you all to know that the place you are looking at behind me, that is the place, the parish, or the place that is the parish of Portland. Yes, and it is a place in the parish of Portland that is called East Portland. Yeah, East Portland, that is in the background. Yes, Josie Whale. Street Vibes, why you not invite Isaac to your show and can barely string a sing? Josie Whale, I bet your guy ain't go sleep, you know. I bet your guy ain't go sleep. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, but that's it, man. I mean, good conversation. Blessed love and respect. See you guys tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, we'll be having a discussion. Yes, tomorrow night, we'll be having a different discussion. And that's how you go. I want to big up all the panelists. Kizzy, enough love and respect. I tell you, yeah, man, enough love and respect. I salute you. Bella the Calf, I salute you, my brethren. Yeah, man. Um, Lester, enough love and respect. Salute you. Yeah, man. Blessing, peace, love, and respect. And this is where we say adios, amigos. See you guys tomorrow night. Big respect to all my street vibers. And I want to say as well, price right transport for all your transportation needs in Jamaica. See it on the screen here. If you can't be good, be careful. Blessings. Street vibes. Out.
Price Right Transport and Tours. 5-star Montego Bay, Jamaica. Price Right Transport and Tours. Owned by Nyan Beladeka. That's the driver. Type of vehicle is a Voxy 8-seater Toyota. Private charters, that's what they do. Hotel station, Somerset Beach, Parish, St. James. Yeah, and his contact details is 1-876-529-2131. That's 1-876-529-2131. And he has got 18 years of experience. Service offer, your transportation, concert, book it and enjoy it. Shuttle service to the club, restaurant, shopping, work, home, reservation for tours, airport, pickup, and more. Transportation features airbag, automatic doors, DVD player, reverse sensing system. Yeah, so people, you're safe. Transportation rules, clothes must be dry, never share a seatbelt. A seatbelt must be worn during every car trip. One seatbelt per passengers. And we offer 1 day minimum trip, 3 day maximum trip. And people, here we have somebody here giving a review. The process of booking was smooth and easy. The owner really understood what my need was and immediately catered to my transportation need. I will definitely book again. Big up. Yeah, man. So, once again, people, we are repping here for Price Right Transport